Oh.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to RFC After Hours, episode number 15. Tonight, we got a loaded show for you. Oh my gosh, what a turn of events this whole week has become, really. The purpose of the show primarily is going to be damage control.
Kind of.
What an episode of Warski Live it was last night. Oh,
yeah.
Man, I swear.
Did you guys see that? Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch Warski last night?
Great show. Great show.
It was a hell of a show. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, let me tell you. All right, let me get straight to the point and say the purpose of this show is to explain what the hell happened, why the hell we send this info to Warski, of all people, probably the last person we should be putting in charge of a pedophile case, and basically like what happened last night, because there's a lot of confusion about the turn of events. In fact, a lot of people, Tommy, kind of assumed that I had a huge involvement in this. I only really had involvement, if you could even say that, until last night after the whole situation broke down. But before we get into that, how are y'all doing tonight?
It's been a pretty crazy last 5 days, knowing this whole situation, trying to find the best way to go about it, and unfortunately, some stuff went wrong along the way. But with Twoon's video and how it turned out, I'm pretty sure it went well.
Yeah.
Ish.
All right, we got the usual Bo Blacks on here. How you doing, man? How you doing? We also got KJ here. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm not really much, am I?
Yeah,
I'm not a creator, so Yeah,
she was basically helping. She helped find out about this in Toon's Discord server, and she's been helping gather like all the info and everything, and doing the reports.
Yeah. She's
basically the bulk of the work behind this.
Yeah, she's been a huge. If there's anyone who's like been in a huge involvement in this besides Toon himself, it's definitely been Kay here. And Toon will be coming on shortly. He's out. His friend got into a fight, and so he's out getting his friend home or something. I don't know what's going on. It's
some crazy shit.
It's a crazy night out there. It's a crazy night. Let me tell you. We got about 100 people on YouTube, 3 on Twitch. What's going on, guys? I think we're gonna get Twoon on soon, but I think the most important thing we should do now is get into the turn of events that led to all of this. So let's start from the very beginning. How did this whole start?
Do you want Kay? Do you want to explain it, or do you want me to explain it?
You can start explaining it.
Okay. Hop in and interrupt whenever you feel like it, because you know the situation better than me. But basically, from what I know, and I'm pretty sure this is accurate, Twoon got suspended on Twitter. And there were some people on Instagram who were making fun of it, and some people in Twoon's Discord server saw that and was looking at the people who were like happy that he got suspended, and a lot of them were like these e-girl, like what they call themselves, e-thought accounts on Instagram, where they're like very young children doing like sexual stuff on Instagram, and then obviously the pedophiles who support them in the comments. And then they started looking into it, and they found one account who was sharing on his Instagram story mention of a mega folder, which he was ending up selling to basically make profit off of CP. And then the whole situation, he got a bunch of people on the call, and we started trying to like gather info on this to send over to the police, and then also send over to Instagram to report on all this. And a couple days into this, we got replies from Instagram basically saying these accounts are fine to stay up. And then we're like, what the fuck? Why is Instagram doing this? And then Twoon's like, I think I'm going to make a video on this trying to like expose Instagram for letting this shit happen, because it's disgusting. Like Twoon, if you have been paying attention to his channel, he cares a lot, as anyone should, cares a lot about the safety of these girls and this stuff in particular. So basically, that was the situation. He was working on the video, and he wanted it to spread. That's why we made the hashtag Instagram Wake Up. So we tried to contact creators to try and get behind this, and one of the creators that was suggested to contact was Andy Warski, which...
All right. Let me stop you right there. Now, one thing you mentioned was that the info was sent to the police, an argument that Tommy C has really been like honing in on. Now, was this sent to the police? Because there's conflicting reports on this.
Okay, well, Kay can explain that, because you're the one who sent the reports.
So the reports that we sent, we didn't. The girls or some of the girls involved, we can't know their exact location. Some of them did put a high school, but there was only like one or two out of a lot of Instagram accounts.
Yeah,
There was
there's
no location. We can't just ring a country and be like, "Hey, this girl somewhere in your country's doing this." But we reported it to Internet Watch Foundation, which apparently are supposed to find out these kind of things and contact the right authorities.
Now, I've never heard about
to
this.
deal with
What
it.
is the Internet Watch Foundation?
It's a UK-based organization. I'm pretty sure it's. It's a charity in England or UK. Sorry, I even just go to the website. It says you can anonymously and confidentially report child sexual abuse content and non-photographic child sexual abuse images. And what
All right, I'm here on
when
the
I go to the
website.
what we do.
All right, learn about what we do. Now,
Yeah.
I've never heard about this. They're based out in England, so
Yeah, I didn't know about this until we were looking for loads of organizations because this I also reported to another one. I'll have to find the name of it, but I think that was an American one as well, where we sent a report into there.
Okay, so you sent a report to the Watch Foundation. Now, you said you had one location, one school location, one of the girls. Was that nearby police station contacted?
No, we didn't. She didn't say the exact school. She just said two initials, which we thought could be her school. And then she said that she lived in a state in Texas.
Okay, so
I
you
don't want to
didn't
give
actually
too
have-
much information about the location or anything, but it said the state and it said two initials that could hint towards a high school,
Yeah. By the
which
way,
is what we thought was the high school.
We
Alright.
sent this to more than just the Internet Watch Foundation as well, right? We sent it to
Yeah.
FBI as well.
well,
I
I
submitted
would
it
hope
to-
so. That's some real authorities were contacted here.
Yeah, they
I
were.
submitted a
We
tip
have
to
screenshots.
the FBI. I don't think I heard anything back. Oh, I didn't expect to hear anything back from them. But I'm not from the USA. I don't know whether that takes into account with my report, whether it goes through or not, or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Augie, we have the screenshots of all the reports in the show info channel. If you want to show those.
All right, let me pull this up real fast here. All right, is that? I don't know if that's real Kiwi Farms in the chat. All right, let me pull this up. All right, so I have a report here, and I'll show this. Can I show the Discord on my screen?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh wait, which Discord?
The show info.
Yeah.
All right. Let me show this on the screen right here. Okay, so I have a report here. That voice crack. A report. Dear reporter, thank you for your report to the Internet Watch Foundation. We have assessed the materials specified in the report at the time of assessment, did not find any images that we can reliably determine are images of child sexual abuse. Now, wait a minute. They couldn't find child sexual abuse, correct? Is that what I'm reading right here?
Hold up. Yeah, that's what they said.
So
If you had a folder full of, like nudes of children.
We didn't send the folder. We sent I sent the link to the folder. I didn't have the folder.
Right.
No one had the folder downloaded.
Right.
It's
Because that
online
would be
folder,
illegal
yeah.
if you had the folder on your
none
hard
of us
drive.
had any of these images, any of these files were not saved. All of these were on an online file sharing thing that we didn't even upload. These were just out there, what these people have uploaded.
Right, but if you sent them the file, then
No, we sent them the link to
Or-
the
or-
is it,
link
right.
to the file.
I
They have access
misspoke
to
there.
it,
If you sent them the
regardless.
link to the file, how did they not find any images that are of child sexual abuse?
I think the file did get taken down by Mega. I don't know whether it happened before or after this, but I remember
it was.
the file is like that file is down, but I'm
So the
pretty sure
evidence-
someone's
The evidence
re-uploaded
is gone now, basically,
Yeah, the evidence is
because
gone.
nobody had it
Wait,
downloaded because that would be illegal. But now that
Yes.
Mega took it down,
Which is why we didn't want Andy to go live with this too early, because then they would have pulled everything down in the FBI and the Watch Foundation, all these authorities that we sent it to. I think we sent it to 3 different ones, including the 2 I mentioned. They wouldn't have time to actually, take it down. That's why Andy shouldn't have went live with it.
now does Nick wants to know, does Andy have the file? I guess we wouldn't really know that because
I don't know if he has the file. there are screenshots of the names, not like nothing inside the files, but I don't know if he has the actual file. I don't think he does have it downloaded.
Okay, let's
But
keep reading
I
here.
can't be too sure.
We are happy to make a reassessment of the content if new information comes to light. However, at this moment in time, we are unable to take any further action in relation to the report. The IWF does not have the remit or authority from the police and home office to investigate individual internet users. This is currently under the sole remit of the police. We only investigate content that is hosted in the public domain. Therefore, you may actually like to report this information to the police. Kind regards. Now, you said that we don't have any like specific locations of high schools where any of these girls are, or any way to contact their local authorities, correct?
Yeah. Well, there was guesses of high schools because of initials, but we couldn't be 100%
Right.
sure.
It's not a guess you wouldn't really want to go on there. All right, let me keep reading here. So this is another report from the IFW. So what's the difference between this one here?
Okay, people are saying Andy showed the files last night.
And he
So-
showed the files?
So
Did he
I
go-
guess there's still evidence.
Okay, did he show can I just ask, did he, because I didn't see this stream until the last 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, I
Did he
didn't see the
show
whole thing
into
either.
the files, or did he just show the base files and the names of them?
Yeah.
Well, wait, if Andy showed the files, that means he showed what, CP on stream? That's
That's what I'm asking. Did he just show the file names, which was bad enough already because of names, or did he show pictures in the net, like in the?
Nick says Andy downloaded it. The genius himself has the proof.
Oh.
Wait,
I don't know.
I that's the thing. I don't know who to.
All right, let's keep reading here. So Nick, Boblox, I have a screenshot here from the Watch Foundation. What is this other one? Says you've done the right thing. Oh yeah, okay. So thank you for your report. Okay.
That's
was
another.
That's a different organization. Let me see which one it is.
Yep. And then we have the FBI one at the bottom.
Yeah, it was it's
Can
a
I
screenshot,
show
but
that?
I guess yeah. All of these don't involve my name in them, so
Okay.
that one I guess the FBI tips one there. It just shows because I was sending it to you guys to say that I was submitting it to there. It's just the electronic tip form on there. If you scroll down a little bit.
Okay. Unknown archive. He showed all kinds of horrible shit. He opened the folder on stream. Is that why the stream is down? He couldn't have shown that. Wouldn't he be in jail? Wait. Am I wrong in
you
thinking that?
serious?
Like, if he showed the folder with CP in it, there's so many problems there.
I think he might have covered some stuff.
Alright,
I'm not sure. I haven't watched the stream.
I'm not sure. Apparently, like all I know that he did show lewd photos. I don't know what kind because I didn't actually see the stream. I didn't know he was streaming. A lot of us didn't know he was going to be streaming until it happened.
So we had a specific plan with Andy, and you were mostly in contact with him. I knew it was going on, but I was busy with like another drama when you guys actually discussed everything, and I wasn't even in the group chat with Andy at all. But you were. So like, exactly what was the plan for Andy to go about this, and how did he fuck it up and not do what we said?
Sorry, there's this guy in comments.
Okay,
Keeps
Cognitive Thought says no CP was shown.
Okay.
All right, now I have Kiwi Farms in the waiting to call. He wants to call in.
Yeah, there's
Should we
some
take his
code.
Should we take his call now, or is there anything else you want to say?
Well,
I was
Kay
just
should
gonna
answer.
say, yeah. There's someone in chat saying Andy says some girl in the UK is in possession of the same folder of CP. I've never had it downloaded at all. For one, he said he has and says he gave her personal advice on how to store it on her computer. No, what that was is he said stuff like screenshots, not of the folder, like of these Instagram messages and these Instagram accounts. Nothing, like that. It's just to prove that these accounts were here if they get taken down. He said to mark the folder as evidence, just all in one folder. That's all he said. He never said how to download or how to save stuff on my computer that is child porn. I don't know where that ideas even came about, but that's not the case at all.
All right, let's go ahead and bring Josh in because he wants to give his word in. I believe he's the owner of Kiwi Farms.
Yeah. We should also
Josh,
bring
you're on the air. Welcome
Max
to the
in.
show. What do you have to say?
This was a mistake. They made a mistake, a really bad one.
It certainly looks like that. It certainly looks like that.
The main issue is that these things on Discord and shit, they're honeypots. They're run by the government. They use it to bait pedophiles into sharing stuff, and then they dox them through the network infrastructure. Going in and telling everybody, "Oh, we're watching."
So you're saying the link that Twoon had was a honeypot?
Probably, yeah. I mean, yeah. The government runs these kinds of things a lot to try and bait people into getting comfortable there and revealing information about themselves, because what they really want, they don't like the pedophiles that just like share shit. They don't give a shit about that because they're just lowly pedophiles. They want the people that actually produce it and sell it. So they create communities, they entice them in, and then they bust the guys that are actually producing and selling it for money to people in the community. So going in and saying, "Oh, we're looking at them, we're watching them, we know who they are," and having them scatter and delete everything, that doesn't just destroy evidence; it breaks up the honeypot. So there's a pretty good chance that everybody that they've really pissed off a number of agencies, like in multiple countries. In terms of like agencies to report it to, if you do see something that's sketch and you want to report it, there's tips.fbi.gov. The other one is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. That's the one that you want to go to.
I
'cause
did
did
go
go.
to. Let me see which one, because one of them rings a bell. Let me see if that report's the same.
So Acton's asking in the chat. So the government ran a CP honeypot and caught Andy and Ralph.
I mean, I like Andy and Ralph, but really, I'm displeased.
Okay, so yeah, there's a screenshot. National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Yeah, I did report into there, but I don't think I heard back from them.
Okay.
They don't usually contact you back for obvious reasons, but when they do process it, and I've seen positive results come from it. The other thing is that somebody on my forum pointed out that I thought was an interesting thing, is that the definition of child pornography, especially in the United States, is very nebulous. It's like a picture of your child in your photo album naked on the beach is not child pornography, but somebody who's not related to that child having dozens of pictures from dozens of children of the exact same footage suddenly becomes child pornography in their possession because of how the DOS standard works. To give you another example, if a pedophile in prison is taking magazines they distribute in prison and cutting out pictures of completely clothed children and collecting them, that can be child pornography possession in the United States because of the DOS standard. It depends heavily on the context. Also by the law, when you take child pornography and edit it, you're creating a duplicate work. You're creating a new work, which means that if you're taking pictures of child pornography and editing the child pornography, you're manufacturing it. You're creating new child pornography. You don't want to do that. You want to delete it and then report it, and whatever information you can, if you think it's actionable evidence. You do not want to edit it, duplicate it. It's like production of drugs. Even if you're taking cocaine and cutting it with sawdust, you're producing cocaine. As far as the law is concerned, it's a massive fuck up. You don't want to fuck with it. It's really bad. You want to delete it if you see it.
Okay. So this was a honeypot that everyone fell for and put in the wrong hands. Basically, like, people were like, "Oh, we need, YouTubers need to solve this." When
Okay, essentially yes, but the thing is, this whole mega folder and all that, like all of this like legal stuff that we sent to the FBI and these enforcements, that aspect of the story was never meant to go public. The thing is, this is kind of like two stories mangled into one, where it's like there's the like legal side of it where we like send it to the FBI and it's all like private, and then there's the side of it where we talk about how Instagram is allowing this shit to happen, and that's what the video is focused on. Hence the hashtag Instagram wake up, and that was essentially how the story was meant to be.
I don't know any details about what you guys do, but in general, like I don't advocate for making videos like this, because, like, for instance, the video that the guy did, the really famous one where he went into the YouTube comment section and shined a light on that, like, that causes problems outside of just, and I don't know what his intentions were, but it creates a lot of negative consequences.
you're talking about Matt's What It Is, right?
I think so.
Oh,
But
yeah. We
it's
went into that.
It's clear to me that what they wanted was, oh, this guy got a lot of attention doing this for YouTube. Let's do this for Discord. And you have to be really, really careful. And to the person asking, why do I know so much? Because I've moderated 8chan and I run my own websites and I basically run my own ISP. I have to know what the procedures are for this kind of stuff because it happens. And generally speaking, you don't want to save it, you don't want to edit it, you don't want to create new child pornography, you don't want to lord it over their heads. If you know who they are and what they're doing, and you have evidence for that, you shouldn't tell them because then they're going to delete it and hide it, and then people are screwed because you can edit a screenshot. They need to be able to seize a hard drive or go to a website themselves and collect that evidence in a way that is legally presentable. So in general, like, yeah, this is a mistake. And as much as I like Andy and I see him as like a very nice person, and uh, I wish he had talked to people before doing this because it's not going to work out.
Yeah. Okay, Twoon just joined the server. He says he's back. He should be getting on shortly so that he can respond to all of this. This is honestly crazy. This situation really took a turn, I have to say. It went from like, raising an issue about Instagram, possibly, being okay with this to now all of a sudden all of this. Oh my gosh. Man. What a story.
Yeah, and also like everything before the video came out, everything was supposed to be like dealt with. So like this situation is solved, and then we make the Instagram video. Whether the video was smart to make or not is obviously up to debate, and you say it's not. So, and you seem very smart and like well known on the subject, so I do trust you on that. But it's not like we intended to make the situation worse. We intended to solve it and then talk about it. But then Andy kind of like jumped the gun and really wanted to like start talking about this early without our knowledge. Basically,
I just started listening, so I'm sorry if this is something that you've already touched on. But were you helping him? Were you the third voice in that call?
No, I wasn't in the call at all. I was busy when that went down.
Do you know who it is? Because I don't recognize the voice from what I heard.
Oh, it was Toon, who's about to come in the server. He's the guy who made the video. And then Kay was also in the call. I don't know. There's two other people here, Max and Tay. I don't know if they were involved in that specifically, but
FBI open up. All right, let's see. Where the hell is Twoon? What is he doing? He needs to get in callers right now and respond to this.
Yeah, Toon, join the callers voice chat so we can drag you up.
All right, while we wait for him. So do you think this this whole Instagram thing, like bringing awareness about the whole Instagram, being perfectly fine with this? Do you think this was a reasonable argument to bring up?
I mean, I don't think any platform is perfectly fine with child abuse. I mean, that's
right. But the argument Twoon was making in his video was that they reported this multiple times to Instagram, Discord, apparently FBI and CPS, and nobody was doing anything. Was it
actually naked kids, or what was it? What was the actual?
It was basically children covering up their nipples and nothing else, and basically borderline porn. Which, yeah. It's bad.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
I mean, I wouldn't want something like that on my website, but like I don't know the full details. If it's like a parental account and it's just like their kids. The thing is that there was a scourge on 8chan of these studio pictures of children, and it was all clothed. It was technically legal. And it was done with parental consent, but they were extremely exploitative pictures that were. I mean, you look at them like, how do they get away with this? And it wasn't like it was produced in the fucking Philippines or in Ethiopia and exported into the United States through Tor or anything. It was American children in America in American studios wearing leotards and doing, focusing on the crotch area in the photos. And it was just posted on 8chan, and even by the rules, it's like you can't delete it because technically it wasn't legal, and the rule was to delete things that were illegal. So, if I think that this issue of how pedophiles propagate this stuff is something that could be addressed better, because I mean it is an American studio that probably makes this stuff.
Addressed better by not by a YouTuber.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like if this is something that's a big deal and enough people are seeing it and it's obviously out there, like write your congressman.
Yeah.
And because I'm never an advocate for more censorship, but something could be said about allowing the production of what is essentially like softcore pornography of kids.
Yeah. Now, Nick said in the chat right here, Boblox, I thought you never saw it.
I've never seen the stuff in the mega folder. I've seen the stuff on the Instagram account that got reported, but we're still like Instagram let them stay up, and it's disgusting. But yeah, I've seen that, but I haven't seen anything in the mega folder.
And let me clarify, nobody opened the folder. I didn't even see the folder to open. Nobody's opened the folder.
Yeah, all that was shown on Twoon's video regarding the folder is all we saw.
And like I don't know what's in it. I have no idea what was in that folder. But somebody said it was like 32 gigabytes of images. And again, it's like I said, like even if you took the Instagram account and it was a studio that promoted like nudist living or something, that's frequently an excuse they use. But even if it was just like a nudist catalog, they usually have a blend of ages and genders, so that it's like this is what life on a nudist colony is like.
Oh,
and then,
it wasn't that.
But if you take those catalogs and you just take the pictures of kids and you throw them into a 32 gigabyte mega upload, that changes the context, and that's important to the DOS standard. So, yeah, you just don't want to deal with it. You want to get rid of it. You don't want to fucking swim around in it because it's like shit. You're swimming in shit. You're gonna get an infection swimming in shit. Don't do it. Just don't.
Nick says, "How do you know what was in it?"
How do
I?
I trust what people have said to me. We know there's people of all. It isn't just underage in there. There's people of all ages. There's a Belle Delphine folder in there, and yeah, and then there's other folders of names of kids who are kids, and we know are kids from other like Instagram and Twitter or whatever, that are in that folder.
And
so I mean, if there's
on these stories as well, they've said, "Oh, these girls' things are in this folder," or stuff like that. Like they've admitted on stories and said, "Oh, this certain girl who's known for posting photos and that her leaked stuff is in this folder as well." Or they've said it in a like in the comments or something like that, or someone's replied to it, because it's not just one page talking about this folder. By the way, it's different pages that talk about this folder.
All right, everyone wants to know who looked in the folder. Here's the thing. This is my understanding of the argument, and you guys can feel free to interrupt me if I got this wrong. There was a folder. One of the files was open, which was the Belle Delphine file, correct?
Yes.
Belle Delphine.
And Belle Delphine is over 18.
Yes.
And it was nudes.
Yes.
So
and there was
logically, they came to the conclusion that this entire folder is full of nudes with all the folders of the girls who were underage, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the logic we're going by to assume that the rest of the folder.
I don't know if anyone checked it. I didn't, but
I mean, it'd be kind of weird to check it because you know you gotta go to jail. I don't know.
But yeah, and I mean, people on the stories of the people who were sharing this and selling it, they talked about these girls being in the folder. Like, it's not hard to connect the dots.
Okay, so just like logical reasoning, assuming, you know. Like, obviously, for sure, like, nobody can open it and see for sure, but, you know, just, it's pretty obvious, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just sitting here waiting for Twoon at this point. I don't know where he is. Oh, let me see.
Yeah, he said he was on a while ago, but...
Yeah, I don't know where he is. We need to hear from him at this point, though, because this stuff's literally insane. He says, "I am here in the Discord. Hurry up, Twoon!" Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right, I think that's my spiel. That's just what I wanted to
Well,
say.
thank you for coming on, Josh. I appreciate you providing some clarification there.
Yeah, and just a word of wisdom. If you are interested in helping kids get a education in criminology and online investigation, and join the police, because just be aware you're probably going to need like therapy after a while if you do go into that. Just a thought. And,
all right.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Take care, man. Okay. All right.
Toon's been here. He's just not joining callers. Does Toon even know how to use the internet, bro?
What is Twoon doing? Oh my gosh. I hope he's able to get
Let's
here
just
soon.
give him the role to automatically come in.
Fine. Yeah, just give him the roll so we can just click it.
Oh, I can't.
There
You
you
have
go.
to.
He has the
Okay,
roll.
there.
Someone let him know he can automatically join in here because we need to hear from him.
Yeah. By the way, this is Toon's story. Like Toon brought me into the call and wanted to like help me spread the word about this and like deal with this and find out everything about this. Like,
Yeah.
this is Toon's video, Toon's thing. So I can only speak on someone else's behalf for so long.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know. This is getting way too crazy over here. Honestly, it went from a situation where they were just trying to basically, talk about an issue about, with Instagram, but it's clear to me now, I mean, well, it was clear to me earlier, but even just the simple fact of like pointing out Instagram, there's a problem here. Maybe it wasn't the hill to die on, so to say. Like I said, the purpose of this stream was just to provide answers to everything. Be honest, be open, everyone. Twoon says his Discord is loading. What does that even mean? I don't know. Twoon's having issues right now, but we need to hear from him like right now. Oh
Yeah,
my
because-
gosh.
Yeah. But yeah. Basically, like, I know that the stuff was in the folder just based off, like, what these girls were posting on their Instagram, which those Instagrams should have been taken down. Like, like, if you see the images from those Instagrams, like, I'm sure you saw Andy Warski's stream, some of you guys, and I'm sure he showed some of it. Like, yeah, this is bad. Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, Toon?
Toon, you're on the air.
Hey.
Did you
welcome.
happen to hear Kiwi Farms talk about how this whole Instagram thing was most likely a honeypot by the government to bait pedophiles?
I did not hear about that, but who said that?
Owner of Kiwi Farms. Are you familiar with Kiwi Farms?
No, hold on. I'll look it up.
They're a website
How
that
do you spell
basically does doxes on people.
Can I just say that I don't really believe that since it was kind of sourced from someone who was hating on Toon in the first place.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? Max?
Oh no, if you remember how we found it, it was a pretty personal attack on Toon. So I wouldn't really believe that it was a honeypot from the government.
I honestly don't know what to think about it since obviously we can't look into.
Now, it seems like
what-
the main argument here is that this was never a case to be brought by a YouTuber. What do you have to say about that?
That this was never something to bring up by a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yep.
We brought up the Instagram thing. I mean, it was 100% the right thing to do since it's an open outcry for this. If we actually discuss like the in-depth stuff about getting the pedos arrested, but that's not up to us.
The
That's up to
argument
the
is that you should have
authorities.
brought this to the police and then just moved on, and that basically you're just doing this for views to cash in on the Matt's What It Is situation.
Who brought this up?
I think it's an argument Tommy C brought up. I've seen that argument thrown multiple times that this was a matter purely for officials, for police, for the professionals, and not for a YouTuber. And that by bringing it
Alright,
up, you're
so-
basically just trying to like bring in the views for your name. What do you have to say about that?
All right, first of all, I've never claimed that there was nothing of self-gain involved in this. Obviously, to some degree, if you put so much effort into something, there's going to be some form of self-gain into it. A thank you from people or something like that. That's always something that people want to get back from it. But on top of that, as if something will happen if you actually give it up to the police. Man, people give up millions of things about this to the police and nothing happens. To some degree, it's really important to just have a public outcry about this. Because who the fuck is honestly going to give a shit if nobody says something? Now, if people want to spread this message, they don't have to fucking name me in any kind of way. Hell, they don't have to use the hashtag or something. They don't have to link my video if they don't want to. Go ahead. They can fucking shout it out everywhere. But they don't have to give me credit in that kind of way. A thank you would be nice. In personal thank you or something. A DM were sent to me. Or to the people who actually were involved in this. But outside of that, it is fucking important to spread this. And it's ridiculous that people think that there's such a big meaning behind getting views on the internet. While especially, by the way, Tommy C, all the shit you do is about getting fucking views on the internet, man. First of all, it's a business to some degree, and you're not gonna report on something that you know is not gonna grow. Because is he watching, by the way?
Tommy, I
don't-
doubt it. I think he's asleep right now.
Oh, but you're not gonna report on something that is not gonna grow, because obviously nobody's gonna know about it then. I mean, the news reports on stuff that is going to grow, because then people care. If it doesn't grow, people don't care, obviously. So,
Basically, I think what you're trying to say is like this has been you've talked about this on your channel before. This has been an issue for a while, and nobody seems to be doing anything about it. And you want to like stop Instagram from allowing this stuff to happen.
not just Instagram, to be honest, what Discord did, well, I don't want, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to give Discord too much shit, because I like the platform and I don't want massive changes to happen to their algorithm and stuff, but there should be
Well, I
obvious
mean, if there's
changes to the way-
pedophiles on the platform, you know, shouldn't,
Yeah, I mean-
shouldn't
Yeah,
that
that's-
be like the priority over there?
Yeah.
That's, hold on, let me finish. What the
Okay,
fuck?
okay.
I'm just
Sorry,
saying. I'm just
finish
saying.
I didn't finish my sentence yet. I was going to say, but there obviously needs to happen something to the way they deal with this shit. I don't understand how they didn't take care of certain groups, but people brought in something about Discord. I can't exactly. I will have to find it in the comments. That made me go, all right, okay. But the Instagram stuff was most definitely something that I 100% want to change. I also don't understand how these massive files that are 35 gigabytes big, with I don't know what the fucking name of the thing was, but it was quite an what do you call that when something is I guess it's a unique name, something that was standing out. It wasn't really that difficult for Instagram in a way for Mega to see it. So a 35 gigabyte folder with such a unique name, I don't get how Mega honestly allowed that to even be uploaded. I mean, it's hard to check every single file, but there needs to be like some kind of system that protects this, right? And I mean, there should be an easy way for an algorithm to scan what is in certain folders. For example, Facebook has a system where they can scan faces, but I'm pretty sure that you could also scan for nudity in some kind of way. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard for something like a TV, like a computer software to scan skin. Or am I stupid when I say that?
I don't know anything about that. I want to point out that tweet by Tommy C right here. The Twoon vid is a virtue signaling laugh track. He did not go to the cops. By his own admission, he went to the internet police, an organization with zero government power. Not kidding. These people know pedo outrage to get views, and you can see that that is the only goal.
Okay, you send it in a chat to me so that I can deconstruct it sentence by
Okay,
sentence.
I'll send you in a Discord DM right now. Message. All right, there you go. I sent it.
Where are you live, by the way? Is
I'm
this
live on
YouTube or-
youtube.com/AugieRFC.
Hold on.
People seem to think that people downloaded the folder.
Nobody downloaded the folder. It's an online folder.
If you downloaded the folder, you'd be fucked. Like, I'm just saying. So if
They
someone
can see
actually
that as well.
downloaded the folder, assuming that there's actual CP in there, you game over. Game over. All
They
right.
can see that as well.
All right, Tipster
Yeah,
says, no offense to
nobody
anyone
knows.
here. I know that they had the best intentions in mind, but I wouldn't be lying if I didn't admit that I'm glad I jumped ship when they invited me to be involved with this. Told them to let the authorities handle it and bailed. Several of the creators invited did the same. The whole thing just went really bad.
It didn't go bad. I think that the reason why it went bad is because you are obviously portraying it as if it's bad. Fucking hell. Okay, wait. Where did you?
I sent it to
as
Discord
a
DM,
link.
the Tommy C tweet.
Where's Tipster? Is he in like the things?
Yeah,
And,
Tipster. I just read that off from the chat right now. It's Tipster's
Yeah.
word.
You
no
can-
offense to anyone involved in this, but I know they had the best intentions in mind. But I would be lying if I didn't admit that I am glad I jumped ship. I think it's bad that people are jumping ship just because, like, the authorities. What the main thing that should happen is, okay, I'm not going to lie. I've been saying this from the start that I did want YouTube to look good, and I'm pretty sure that every creator can agree with me on the fact that Instagram is way worse than YouTube, and YouTube doesn't get away with anything. So as a YouTube creator, I also did want to They want to support the YouTube community, and that's obviously some of self-gain as well. I mean, I never said there was nothing in it for that, but again, that doesn't mean that the message itself wasn't bad, and that's not what Tipster said, by the way. I just want to point it out. That does not mean that we didn't have good intentions, and I think that every creator should realize that, hey, just because sometimes authorities should handle things does not mean that there shouldn't be a public outcry about something. This is a gigantic problem that obviously should be solved. Fucking 35 gigabyte folder with 7,000 files in it, that's not nothing. That's something that outside of the authorities should have a public outcry as well, because obviously nothing is being done about this, and I'm pretty sure that this is not the first time something like this has happened. We're not fucking idiots. It's weird how Instagram is still even up with this kind of shit. But what's the second thing you said? Told them to let the authorities handle it and build several other creators. First of all, we did send something to the FBI. One of us at least did, I'm sure, because even the link was still in the thing. There was no response from them, however. Also, CPS didn't send a response, and I'm pretty sure that CPS is from like the authorities.
I think the biggest issue with this is that by Instagram ignoring reports on these type of accounts and letting them stay up, it creates an environment where girls that are younger and are emotionally damaged and feel like they need to show off their body in this way at a very young age and also sell it to pedophiles, knowing that they're selling to pedophiles. It's a bad environment to have accessible to these girls. And Instagram should be more responsible in trying to shut down these accounts so these girls are less inclined to use that as an emotional outlet for their issues. I think that is the main issue, and that's the main reason why I was invested in this scenario. This whole situation in the first place is because I think it's horrible for these girls to be put, for this to be facilitated by Instagram for these girls to do. It should just be, you get the report, you send the report, Instagram shuts that shit down, and they have algorithms to shut it down. That's what I feel.
Toon, I had good intentions, making money of protecting pedos, but tipping them off. Okay, first of all, where's the money part? Where's the money part, dude? I want to straight up get some people in here from the chat. If they have such big mouths, they need to get in here.
All right, I'll send out the
And
Discord link.
there's a lot of people in the chat. I mean, we can take the chat as a general opinion, but I don't think it's smart to like individually respond to every single person. They can kind of like understand as the stream's going. There's also a chat delay as well.
Do you want me to open up the phone lines, take some calls, Twoon, so you can directly respond to some of these people? All right.
Let's do that. You let pedos get away and exploited minors for e-fame. The e-fame could have easily gotten without that. Dude, I've gotten over several videos over 1 million views without mentioning anything like this. That's fucking ridiculous. On top of that, if this is the way for you to get big, there's obviously some problem. This is not even good for your image. Obviously, as you can see right now, it is not good for your image. With what happened with Matt, it was pretty sure that this was going to be a sensitive topic, as if nobody knew that. Everybody knew that this was going to...
Can you pause your thought for a sec? I'm going to bring Keemstar in. Is that fine?
Yeah, of course.
Fuck.
Okay.
Keemstar, you're on the air. Welcome to the show.
I just want to say that I can't even take... excuse me.
Where's the server?
Can't even take Toon seriously. The dude has fucking videos and thumbnails of 14-year-old girls, and in the title he calls them thoughts. This kid doesn't care about
Keemstar.
kids.
All right, we're going to do this argument by argument because you know the way you do this.
He's a fucking creep. Toon is a suspected pedo, and that is my final.
We're going to do this argument by argument.
Toon is not a suspected pedo.
He left.
Of all people, he's not.
He left.
Get him back in here.
Just explain it.
He just left.
He's going to listen to the stream. No. Just explain yourself. For that, like, just respond to that.
He's still listening. Just explain.
Yep.
All right, good. So, Keemstar, what's the first thing he said?
He said that you put these
young
girls in your
thumbnails
and call them 14 and stuff.
And he called them thumbs in your titles.
Obviously, Keemstar, there was a timeline over here, as described in the video. But all right, you don't understand that. Somebody Ghostface said, "Shut up, Toon. Get the fuck in here, dudes. If you have something to say like
By
this."
the way, everybody, I recommend if you haven't watched Toon's video, watch that because it's very important to this discussion. Go to Twoon's channel and watch that. But if you haven't, I assume most people have.
All right, so, but there was an obvious timeline to it. That's the only thing that has to be said to Keemstar. Obviously, he's not going to respond to that. Toon
Him
did it
just
for views. He
shouting out
admitted
that
it.
you're-
Boblex knows. Wait, hold on. Toon did it for views. He admitted it. Boblex knows what it. What's in there. He admitted you two are dumb. Where did we fully admit that?
Please
We
just
did that. That
explain.
was.
Explain your intentions towards making the video, like your full intentions, and all, like why you felt inclined to make it. It's very self-explanatory. You
Instagram.
said it in the video, but just repeat.
Yeah, for Instagram to fucking take action and all the other sides of it to take action as well.
To be fair, like we were struggling to find an angle for the video prior to Instagram not actually taking action against the accounts. Because we were like, should there even be a video if Instagram takes the accounts down? And then they didn't, which then became the angle of the video.
Okay, let's go ahead and take another caller in here. I see Tipster's on.
Bring in Tipster.
I know Tipster disagrees, but he's fair, and I think this will be interesting. Tipster, you're on the air. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What do you have to say about the whole Twoon situation? Do you think he was right or wrong?
So basically, I want to start by saying exactly what I said in the chat, which is that I know everybody involved in this situation, they had the best intentions in mind. So
I will personally testify
nothing-
that I don't think any of these dudes are bad people, and I think this is, I think this was a bit. If I have to be honest, I think this is a bit too ambitious.
Yeah.
Especially after hearing Kiwi Farms.
What I think here is, it's good that you guys contacted the authorities, because that's my understanding. You guys contacted the authorities about this, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Okay.
we did.
CPS.
So-
I was told
Yeah, go
CPS and FBI were involved.
Okay. So that's
They
good
were.
that you guys got the authorities involved and they're looking into it. Awesome. Here's the problem with exposing it, though. It gives these pedophiles the opportunity to destroy any potentially valuable evidence that they have.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
you
but
guys have a lot of stuff already, but there may be more stuff that they may have destroyed. Now that they know that this is out there, they could be destroying tons of stuff. God knows what's being
Hold
destroyed.
on, but that's the thing that people brought this up in the. I'm bringing this up in the chat as well. I really quickly want to bring that up. First of all, let's talk about Discord. With that, Discord recently got in trouble for them keeping cached pictures of people just deleting stuff. Instagram delete. I looked it up on Instagram as well. Instagram, if things get deleted, you can still bring it up. We even ourselves can bring stuff back up with a third party app, let alone Instagram themselves. They keep their stuff, so everything that is online is still out there. It's cached for some time. It's not going to stay cached forever, obviously, because these people need to get these companies need to delete their stuff eventually as well. But they do keep it
Right.
cached for some time. Now, with this stuff out there, and if the FBI actually cares, they'll look into this right now. So everything that has been deleted now should easily be able to get recovered.
Right, but what I'm referring to is, like, say these people have hard drives with this stuff stored on it at home. Now they've had the opportunity to destroy that stuff. We don't know what they have in their personal possession. You guys are aware of what they had in these folders and stuff like that. You guys know of that stuff, but there's potentially more stuff out there that they might have had in their personal possession. And because they know this is out now, they probably destroyed that stuff, and we'll never know what they potentially destroyed. And they wouldn't have the opportunity to do this if it wasn't put out there. I don't think there's a problem with you guys talking about this sort of thing, but I think you guys should have waited until the investigation had an opportunity to progress. You see what I'm saying?
This is the key point. That's what was intended to happen, but then Andy took the info and talked about it way too early, and then the pedos went back into
And
hiding.
that was
and all
not
that.
supposed to happen, by the way.
So when was your video supposed to drop, Twoon?
It was supposed to drop 2 days ago, but I was busy with university and stuff, and I honestly didn't have time. We worked on this for nights. I was trying to get it out as soon as possible.
Okay, so
but then it went up too late, and Andy decided. First of all, let me just. How can I honestly discuss this full topic? So I was going to upload it 2 days ago, but then we got Andy Warski. Getting me. Wait, put me in. Keemstar wants to get in.
All right,
Well,
good.
to be fair, Andy Warski was brought in by someone else who was a part of the group. Who
I
is
still
no
don't even
longer
know
part.
who.
All right.
I
Let's,
still don't know who did it.
It was Indigo.
Indigo wanted Andy to.
we'll get into how Andy got involved later. Let's bring Keemstar. Keemstar, you're back. What's going on?
Hi, I just want to make it very clear that Toon has 2 videos on his channel with the title 14-Year-Old E-Thought. two different girls. He is a suspected pedophile, and he should not be involved in this at all unless
I'm gonna
he's
get
getting
you in
arrested.
trouble for. I'm gonna get you in
He's
trouble
not a
again for
suspected
constantly
pedophile.
making ridiculous claims.
Unless he's
So-
getting arrested.
He's not a
Pedophile.
suspected pedophile.
Okay, okay,
Two
follow-
videos. Two
follow
videos.
me.
Two
Then-
videos. Two
No,
videos.
Keem, if you have the balls, if you
videos.
have the balls, if you have
Two
the balls,
videos.
give it to the FBI.
14-year-old
If you have the balls, give it up to the FBI, and we'll see
Ethos.
what will happen.
14-year-old ethos.
If you have the balls, give it up to the
14-year-old
FBI then.
ethos.
You're so sure about it, give it up to the
Ethos.
FBI then. Yeah,
14-year-old
give it up to the FBI then. You can only
14-year-old
shout, fucking hell.
ethos.
Are you retarded? Give it up to the FBI, dude.
14-year-old ethos. Why
He
is that in
sucks,
your
babe.
title?
Jesus, he
Why do you have
sucks, babe.
14-year-old girls in your thumbnail? Why are you calling children ethos? What is wrong with you? You
They
sick,
call
twisted
themselves
fuck.
EFOD scheme. They call
I have
themselves
reported you
EFOD
to the
scheme.
FBI. I have
Good.
reported you to the FBI. I have
Good.
reported
And what
you to
do
the
I get?
FBI.
And what do I? And what do I
I
get?
have reported you to YouTube.
Yeah, good.
I have reported you
Good,
to
Keem.
YouTube. It's taken down.
You
You sick
reported me to
Lion Maker
YouTube?
sympathizer.
Why did you report me to YouTube?
He's gone.
I mean, all he's doing is blowing smoke to try and anger you. He hasn't done anything. Keemstar doesn't do anything. He said that he reported Bo Black's videos and that didn't happen.
On top of that, Keems once bragged about taking advantage of a 10-year-old boy.
12-year-old boy, but still.
Yeah.
And if you're talking about Aiden.
And
Aiden-
he
Aiden
also
projects.
fucking bullied LT Cobra like
True, a
really hard
15-year-old.
on stream. He's 15. Team's not answering that, but let's get back on track.
Why did he say the same two things
It's
over
just
and
how
over
Keem-
for like 5 minutes?
It's
'Cause he
just
was
Keemstar.
broken.
All right, here's what I'm interested in. I want to know, and well, I mean, I do know, but I want the stream to know Andy Warski's involvement, because if there's anyone less qualified to handle this case, it's probably Andy Warski. How is
Yeah,
Andy
we
Warski involved?
I didn't get him involved in that. Nobody got him involved. Nobody from this group, from what I knew, out of nowhere, I got a call when I was at university in the morning, and of course, Kay was in there from the group, and Andy Warski and some other dude. And out of nowhere, I got added to it, and it was a call. We basically just started talking about university. There was barely any talking about the subject. I introduced him to the subject, and that is it. But, except for that, nothing really happened. And he, out of nowhere, apparently got information from Kay, I think, and Indigo, and then he made the
Yep.
video.
Because there were pictures that Kay didn't even know that he had, and so our assumption is that Indigo gave him.
So
to
Andy
him.
kind of accidentally stumbled on this case, and then he fired up a live stream about it, and basically ruined the entire
2 days
narrative. Basically, just by making it about witch hunting the 14-year-olds instead of bringing awareness to the Instagram issue. Correct? Am I?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're hunting the pedophiles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and back out. I think, like I said, my biggest concern was just now that we might potentially have some evidence that may have been destroyed. Now that they know that this is out, that the word
Jesus.
is out. So.
Are people this stupid?
All right, take
in the
care,
chat?
Tipster.
Get it. Yeah, thank you,
But,
Tipster.
yeah,
Sorry, my
take it
apologies.
easy, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you, appreciate it. Get the people from the chat in here.
All right, Discord link.
Honestly.
Let's go ahead.
Like,
There's a bunch
Okay,
of
we
people
have
in
some
colors
people
right
in
now.
the chat. We have some people in the chat. You
The
can
people
drag
are
them up, Toon.
Yeah.
Choose one to drag up. In callers.
Let's just take. Is that? Let's take Dick McMaster or something. I don't know. Dick McMaster down there.
Who's this in the chat?
Yeah, I
He is-
believe
I
it's in
wonder
the
who
chat.
it was.
Dick,
Who was in colors.
are you gonna respond?
You
5,
gonna say
4,
anything?
3, 2, 1.
Richard.
Hello?
There you are. You made it. All right. Do you have to challenge? Twoon?
Is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
Oh, I had to
What's
set
your
up a
name?
push to talk. Hold on a second.
Oh, sorry. What's your name in the chat?
I think it's the same.
Hey,
thing.
there you go. Is it working now?
Yeah, it's working. All right. Are you here to challenge Twoon or?
You guys realize how bad you fucked up?
Okay,
Well,
now
we're
come
not
with the
one
arguments.
Who went on live stream with unedited pictures? That was Andy Warski.
Yeah, but do you guys realize how bad you fucked up? Like, you guys really fucked this
Oh,
up.
come with arguments then. Come with arguments.
Trying to get this set up.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, there we go. Okay.
Okay. There we go.
So, what do you have anything to really like say for yourself?
Well, I mean, you're the
Okay,
one who
wait,
came in
wait,
here.
wait.
I'd
Yeah,
assume
the
you
one
have
who-
some
yeah.
arguments.
Yeah.
I just
how did
basically
we
want to
fuck
say
up?
how dumb you guys are. Like you're
Yeah, okay, you
doing
have no
this-
argument
You're doing
for
like
that. Well, then,
independent
just allow it.
investigation with no qualification, and then you guys
Accurate.
go ahead and give all the the CP away to fucking Andy Warski, and then get him to
Oh, that's
do his
didn't.
thing.
like I said, we didn't do that. We didn't do that.
We
You
don't
want to
know
see
who
the
gave it
chats?
to him.
You didn't mean
You
to
wanna
do that,
see
but you did do that.
No,
happened.
we
didn't mean to do
We
that.
do that.
We didn't do
physically
that.
Didn't do that.
You didn't intend to do that, but you did.
No,
do
No,
it.
we
physically
didn't do that.
that.
Jesus.
He
dude.
was told about it, and he looked into it himself.
Also, he was supposed to stream with Toon after the video came out, not before. He wasn't supposed to be the one to break the case. He wasn't supposed to show unedited pictures. None of those pictures were ever supposed to be seen unedited, let alone seen at all for some of
So
them.
why'd you guys trust these celebrities to do the job that the FBI should have been doing?
We didn't tell
Okay.
Andy
Okay.
this.
Let me explain this. There's two situations. There's the legal FBI situation, and then there's the Instagram situation where on Instagram, they're allowing these like borderline porn accounts to exist. So we sent the mega folder that we found through the Instagram stuff to the FBI that was going to be handled privately. And then the intention of the video and the content creators is to talk about how Instagram is allowing this shit and how they should be more responsible with their algorithms and their reports.
How'd you guys have the folder?
It was found
Inform me.
Did you watch the video?
It was a mega folder. None of us physically had the folder. None of us downloaded the mega folder. It was online.
So
And
you
we-
guys were playing
And the
Internet
link was found
Vigilante.
on Reddit.
We
How
found
are we
it.
playing Vigilante? We found it easily within like 30 minutes.
How'd you find it though?
We
Okay.
found it
That's a
because
good
somebody
question.
linked it.
Tune, explain this.
It wasn't an Instagram profile. It was linked in a story. And we saw it, but it got taken down off the Instagram profile. But he still had other pages up. And we then found it on his Reddit page of this one dude, who I'm not going to name, because that would actually be spreading the problem gigantically.
Also, is Andy technically in possession of CP then?
We don't know. We don't know if he downloaded the mega folder. That's on him, not on us.
Anybody who was
We
in
live in-
possession of it was in possession of it, yes.
We don't know if Andy was in possession. Oh gosh. What a
Possession means
situation.
downloading it.
I don't know, but this is fucked up. This is a really fucking bad situation.
It's online. We can't even tell if he actually downloaded it or something. We can't tell that he opened it because he did it on stream.
Why didn't you guys just go directly to the FBI or whatever?
We
Why didn't
did.
you?
We did?
Watch the
Okay.
video.
Oh my god.
Listen
Did you
to
watch the
stream,
video,
watch the
dude?
video.
There are 2 videos on it, and both of them fully explain the situation.
That's
You guys are a bunch of fucking geniuses, huh?
Yeah, you're
Did you-
retarded. Bye. See ya.
Did you kick him out?
Wait, get him back in it. Get him back in
wait,
it.
no,
Okay. But he's back. He's back.
All right, I apologize.
do
No
that.
one, no one
I
kick
won't
the
do
color
that.
out. Don't kick the color out.
No, it's fine.
I won't do that. I won't do
Oh,
that.
did I get kicked?
I would assume so. No one kick the colors out. Come on now.
I didn't do anything. I'm on mobile.
All right.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what was going on, like what was going through your guys' heads when you decided you were going to be the internet vigilantes doing the CP investigation with
We
no
didn't mean
Obviously,
to
like
find it.
said-
We didn't mean to find it. It's not like we were going
Obviously-
hunting for child pornography.
It's quite amazing how people are honestly on this side with Instagram and allowing this stuff to happen. See,
Oh,
if you
fuck
would've-
you. I'm not on the Instagram side. I'm just trying to get you guys to do the right thing and not fuck.
yeah,
guys
you're
fucked
doing
it
the
all
wrong
up.
thing, and
Everybody
you're
calm
doing
down.
the wrong thing, and you're
What?
doing the wrong thing. Hell, fucking, you can make a video, and I'll
Fuck
take
you.
mine. You will take, fuck you, dude. There's no logic behind your statements, for real. There is no logic behind your statements. People should have an outcry about this because this is obviously something that Instagram isn't doing anything about. You make the video, the information is already out there, so you're not spreading anything else. I'll take down mine. You can take all credit for it. Do you?
I agree. It is a big problem, and it should not be handled the way it is. All they do is ban the girls, and then they end up fucking doing the same thing later. But this is fucking, you guys just really... I think this one instance in particular, you guys couldn't have fucked it up worse.
No, that's not. See, the stuff with Andy, that did get fucked up. but that was not on us. I don't get why people are blaming it on us when we didn't get him involved in that kind of way. We never said that.
I'm not
We have
blaming you
evidence
for
of-
having it. I'm blaming you for fucking up the investigation.
That's not fucked up either. Since,
Andy
like I
fucked
said,
it up.
If
these
it wasn't for us,
Andy
they
did
wouldn't
fuck
be
it up.
investigation.
How did
You guys
Andy
are the ones that gave Andy the information,
We
and so you
didn't
guys
give Andy
passed
the
it
information,
around.
dumbass. We didn't give Andy the information. We clearly have already stated this multiple times.
You just tripped over it and fell and found it?
Someone in our group told him that it existed, and he looked into it himself on his own time. And found all the same shit we did. Because it's easy to find.
And it's not hard.
We found everything within 30 minutes. Toon says it in his video.
Can we all just
Who did that then? Who involved Andy? I don't know who involved Andy. Nobody
I have
knows
a
who
couple
involved
ideas.
Andy, I think.
I have a couple ideas because he has one mutual friend between all of us.
I'm kind of pissed off because you guys would rather make videos about.
What? We were trying to
you
solve
actually
this
watch
behind
the
the scenes
videos?
before the video came out. Did you watch the video? Do you know what you're talking about?
Or are you just coming in as a...
Why make a
Tommy C
damn
outcrier?
video about it?
No. Did you
Okay.
watch the
We
video,
already
or are you just a Tommy C outcrier who's going, oh, Tommy C is making fun of this, so I'm
Okay,
going to come
I
in
don't
and...
think it's
Tommy C's a faggot too.
Okay. Do you have any?
I disavow all of you. You guys are all fucking this up.
Okay, let's.
I don't know who you are,
let's
so it
take,
doesn't matter.
Okay.
let's
we
take
should
like
take another-
five.
Thank you, caller.
Like
Thank you, caller. Let's go ahead and take Gamer J.
Let's
Lee.
Steps
bring
away
in,
from-
yeah, bring in Gamer.
From the mic.
Gamer J. Lee, you're on the air. You want to go on?
Oh, yeah, he
unmute
was
your
on
mic.
Gamer.
It's push to talk, by the way, I think, for you.
No, I don't think it's...
It
I
shouldn't
think
be.
you got out of.
Oh, Keemstar wants on. All right. We'll take you in a
Keem's
minute,
back.
Gamer J. Lee. Keemstar, you're back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's going to say something about Andy. Watch
I would
it.
like to just say, if everyone could stop talking for a second, I would just like to say on record, 100%, I have talked to Andy Warski, and all the information was given to him by BetaFlex. Gave him the
That's not
information.
true.
I didn't give him
That
any.
is
That's not
true.
true.
I wasn't in
That
it.
is
Keemstar.
true.
That's not
That
it.
is
Bullshit.
Take him out. He's lying.
Fact.
Take him out.
Wait,
True.
who's?
That
He's
is
manipulating the
true.
situation to make...
Do you have proof of that? Does he even have proof of
I
that?
have proof that I was
Did someone
never
kick Keem
in-
out or did Keem leave?
I didn't
Keem
kick
left.
him out.
Okay, okay.
Who's
I don't want
BetaFlex?
anyone kicking people out. All right.
No one kicked
I was
anyone out.
never in
He
a
left
call
on
with
his own.
Warski. I was working on another
Let's
story.
give,
during
Gamer,
this whole
let's
thing
give
going
Gamer
down.
J. Lee another shot. Gamer J. Lee, you're back on the air.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not going to say too much because honestly, all I want to say is that I'm just disappointed because here's the thing. You guys are too young to be dealing with the situation this massive. This isn't something you guys should be covering. Me, Tipster, and Dave all said this on Twitter last night. This isn't something you guys should be involved with. This is something you should be stepping away from and letting the police handle and not bring this onto the YouTube platform.
Okay, so this argument has been brought up multiple times. I don't think that it would have gone to this extent if Andy didn't show anything. Now, again, for Keemstar as well, by the way. Keemstar censorship, I was kicked out. Do you have proof of Boblex even giving the information to Andy? That's fucking bullshit. You come in there and scream that Boblex gave it, but
My
he probably
hands
didn't.
are up. My hands are up.
The most involvement I had in this was talking on Twitter.
Hold on, but to get back to the original stuff. If Andy didn't show anything about that, everything would have been censored. Everything that we said would have been censored. It also wouldn't have put the amount of pressure on the people, on the actual pedos that are so-called deleting stuff right now, according to you guys. It wouldn't have put the pressure on them, because then they wouldn't have had to hide, because the names wouldn't have been out there. And also, if they do delete things, like I said before, things are cached. These software programs, they keep everything. It's not like they completely delete something. Hell, if I delete something from Instagram right now, it's still going to be cached, and I still can bring it up with a third-party app, let alone Instagram. Discord even got caught for doing this recently. When Keemstar wants to get in a minute, by the way. But
Look,
Discord...
all I'm going to say to
Discord
this, and I'm going to bounce out, but it's too big of a story, and honestly, I think that if this had not been brought up, if there was no little group trying to do this, if it was just a file, you send it to the police, you send it to the authorities, and that's all. No way it comes on Twitter, no way it comes on YouTube, then guess what? Then it would have been safe. then it would get to the right people, and Andy Warski wouldn't have killed the story.
But
I'm not blaming
Instagram-
you.
Alright,
I'm not
alright,
trying to blame you guys. I'm trying to actually help you, because the thing is that we all tried warning you. I'm not pissed. I'm disappointed. That's all.
Thank you, Gamer Julie.
Wait, hold on. Okay, well, don't
let-
bring Keemstar in just yet because he's just gonna scream that Andy fucking
All
gave.
right, respond to
that we
Gamer
give
Julie
Andy
real quick, and then
information.
we'll bring Keem in.
Okay, so like I was saying, fucking hell, Jesus Christ, what did I say? Okay, just bring him. No.
Bring Keem in. All right. Welcome back, Keem.
Am I back in the call?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and nobody's gonna kick you.
All right.
Nobody's gonna kick you.
Good, because censorship is wrong.
I would agree.
I agree.
Toon said, do I have any proof that Betaflex gave him the information, right? Or gave Andy Warski the information, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I spoke to Andy last night, all right? Andy told me that Betaflex did give him the information. So I tweeted at Betaflex and I said, good job working with Andy Warski to get this story out. And guess who retweeted it? Andy Warski.
Do you have
Betaflex
screenshots?
did. Twitter.
It's on his Twitter. Let me load it up right now.
Okay.
Twitter. You
I-
go to his Twitter
okay.
right now.
No.
Okay.
More 14-year-old
Jesus
girls.
Christ.
You
I
fucking
also-
pedo.
the only
Go
thing that I
screenshots of 14-year-old girls.
The only
you
thing I
fucking
said was, do
pedo.
you have screenshots?
Go
Do
to
you
his
have some
goddamn
temperament
Twitter.
problems?
Go to his
Jesus
I
Christ.
have proof
Twitter,
to deny
sick
this,
fuck.
by the way.
You
I was talking
sick,
about
twisted
if
bastard.
does-
Go to his
does-
fucking
did
Twitter.
Andy
Go to his
Warski
Twitter.
provide
Keem, I'm
you
showing the
with
tweet on the air right now.
Twitter.
I'm showing the tweet right now.
Did and that's not what I was talking about.
I
I was going to say, did Andy Warski send you screenshots of him and Bo Black talking?
Take his
Did
mod away. He's kicking.
What?
I'm not kicking
Should somebody-
anyone.
No, I didn't kick
Kick Keem?
anyone. I didn't do anything.
I didn't
but
kick anyone.
Basically,
I didn't either.
to reply to that, so Team
Take
tweeted
my
out.
water.
All right. Here's the deal. I'm gonna unmod all of you. Not anything personal, but I'm gonna do it so that we can prove nobody's kicking Keem out. All right.
Well, you can look at the alt log.
Yeah, I checked. Nobody.
Okay, you
kicked
check the
him.
log. Okay, nobody's kicking Keem.
Yeah, the log.
Yeah.
Nobody kicked him. You
Nobody
can check
kicked
on
him.
stream. You can show the log on stream. Show
Yeah.
the alt log on
All
stream.
right. How do I do this?
The last thing that
Server
came up was
settings, audit log.
was member count
Yeah.
made.
Okay,
changes,
so
blah,
let
blah,
me reply to what Keemstar said. Keemstar tweeted out, "Good job on the basically saying I gave Andy the info. I haven't talked to Andy even when that tweet came out. There's a timeline. I can show DMs. Andy, an hour after Keem tweeted that, Andy messaged me, did you find the initial info? I said no, and then he said, yeah, Indigo found it, and I did most of the work." And that's basically what he said. And he said this.
All right. Who the hell is Indigo?
She is someone who helped in the scenario. She's named
Okay.
Indigo White.
Indigo White.
Oh,
And she's the
oh,
one
I know
who
that.
she's the one who gave or who suggested to give the info to contact Andy.
Okay.
And I do have the DMs to prove this, but I mean, I don't want to leak DMs unless it's absolutely necessary, so
All right.
But
Listen, I'm
basically,
gonna
I never
unmod all of
group
you guys
calls.
temporarily from the stream tonight so that we can.
okay.
We can.
That's
clarify.
fine.
I just like.
That's
It's
alright.
nothing against y'all. I'm just unmodding everyone in the call right now so that there's absolutely no doubt that when Keem comes here, because they're saying logs don't show when people move people out of the Discord. So I need to know for a fact that there's nothing going on here. All right, let me take Nick
That's
Diorio's call because Diorio's. I know he's got a lot to say. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nick Diorio, you're on the air.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
course,
Listen,
man.
I don't let me mute the stream real quick. I don't want to repeat what everybody else is saying because honestly, it's kind of crazy that kids were going after pedophiles. To be honest, Augie, you're old enough to be one of the girls on Instagram. But Twoon, I did have a question for you. You're obviously very upset with Instagram, right? Like the way they handled this whole thing. Okay, well, at the end, you promoted your social media, and the first two links of your description were Instagram links. You fucking retard.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what did he say?
What did he say? Bring him back in.
Something
Where'd he
about
go? Where'd he go?
a freaking word I don't like to say.
Okay.
He said retard, but I don't know like what he said it about. Like I didn't hear.
I was responding
What?
to Inabber. Inabber wants to send me some stuff. All right. There we go. All right, let's take another caller in here. Let's see.
What did he say? Hold on, but what did he say?
Let me load the stream up. All right.
Just get him back in here. Where is he?
I didn't do anything.
Sean,
Up on the PM. She's maybe
okay. I'm just under.
So
Okay, I'm gonna play the clip right now. I have it loaded up.
listen, I don't. Let me mute the stream real quick. I don't want to repeat what everybody else is saying because honestly, it's kind of crazy that kids were going after pedophiles. To be honest, Augie, you're old enough to be one of the girls on Instagram. But Twoon, I did have a question for you. You're obviously very upset with Instagram, right? Like the way they handle this whole thing. Okay, well, at the end, you promoted your social media, and the first 2 links of your description were Instagram links. You fucking retard.
happened.
Okay, I played it back on stream.
Okay. Wait, what did you play on stream?
Nick's clip. They're
Nick's
banning
clip.
Nick. Censorship. They can't.
No, we're not.
They can't ban
Nobody's
Nick because
mod-
nobody's
nobody's
modded on my
mod.
server anymore.
Nobody's mod.
Yeah, too bad, Keem.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in another caller. Oh, Nick's back. All right, Nick, you're back on the air.
Hi. I was just getting a
What did you
one-liner
say?
and leaving. I said that you were promoting your social media. You're very mad at Instagram, yet the first 2 links of your social media were Instagram links to follow you on that platform. If you're really upset about Instagram, I don't think that would be the best fucking platform to promote.
What do you mean?
On your video, you promoted you said, oh, by the way, you could hit me up at all my social media, which is what everybody does in these big, massive exposed videos on child porn rings. And the first 2 links you used were promoting your own Instagram. Now, I don't know. I just think that's a little crazy, don't you think?
How is that
The platform
crazy?
really
I mean,
fucked up.
just
They're
because
not-
just because I'm calling out a platform does not mean that I don't care about that platform or that I don't think.
No,
that
but
I
you
should be on
obviously
the
don't care
platform.
about the children, so I just assumed you didn't care about the platform.
How does that? Okay, bring up some actual arguments for that.
Bring up some actual arguments. The story got in Andy Warski's hand. All the accounts are deleted. The fucking
We didn't.
files
oh my
and
fucking
upon
God.
files are in microwaves burning right now. You've run this ship off the fucking dude. The boat is sinking, and you are fucking running it, dude.
We did not give it to Andy Warski. How many times are we gonna have to fucking say this?
No, it just happened to land in his lap. He tripped, fell, and landed in his pocket, bro.
We
Apparently,
didn't give it.
No.
I'm
dude,
pretty sure
Augie,
Indigo
Augie,
sent
have
it.
you explained it yet? Augie, have you explained it yet? Somehow there was a group
The
chat between
information
a porn-
got to Indigo White, who's then sent it to Andy Warski. Am I wrong?
Yes, so a porn star made a group chat with Ethan Ralph and Andy Warski. That's what happened here. The information with the fucking child porn got in the hands of a porn star somehow, and it miraculously fucking made its way to Andy Warski, who then ran your boat right off the fucking thing into the ground.
Twoon does not care about the kids. Keem, I had a fucking conversation with one of them
Twoon,
for
you don't
4
care.
hours straight. For 4 hours straight.
Toon cares about this situation a lot. That's why he made a video on
I
it.
stayed
He cared
up for
about it
nights.
so
I
much
could
that
have
he admitted he
easily-
did it for views earlier in the stream.
He could have made a
No,
video
I
on
said that
anything
I did-
else.
I did it for a lot of things. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
that
reasons
pat on
for
the
this.
back must have felt really good, right? You enjoying the pat on the back?
Yeah, honestly, I do think that it's nice to see people happy with this being exposed. I like getting a thank you back.
There's a
from
lot of
you.
happy
I'm not gonna
people.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure that you like getting a thank you as well for doing something like that. But that doesn't mean that you don't care about the message. Fuck.
Dude,
As
you
an
made a
example-
parody of the Matt What It Is
As an-
video. Let's call a spade here. This is a literal parody of the Matt What It Is video.
No, it's obviously not. And I also think, by the way, that Matt, what it is, his message was wrong. But like I said in the video, the intentions are right.
The intention was to fuck creators. He said that live. Bo Blacks reported it. Keemstar retweeted it.
Yeah, there was that. That was.
So, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. None of this adds up. These guys are trying to throw you under the bus, and you're letting them do it. Silence. Dead air. Whoa, Kimosabi.
No.
I think Frasier wanted.
Yeah, let's try.
I never once in.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll swap with Inaber. You guys have a great night.
Take care, Eudora.
night.
I never. You're on the air. What's going on, man?
Hello.
Jesus.
I'm a little bit disappointed.
Hell.
Wait,
Okay,
hold on.
Your mic
Really?
is really
What's
bad.
going
Your
on?
mic is really bad.
Wait, add me in 1 minute. Add me in 1 minute.
All right. I don't even know what he's doing.
His
What
microphone is
happened?
fucked up. All right. Meanwhile, let's respond to a couple of the things that he just said a second ago. Again, to get it straight, they keep things cached Instagram keeps things cached. Discord keeps things cached. Hell, a video went viral about Discord keeping things cached. All these things keep things cached. Keemstar just said Twoon has 2 videos with titles they call 14-year-olds E. They call themselves E for Keemstar. Also, like I said in those videos, which you probably didn't even watch, but alright, those kids call themselves EFOTs. They are not stupid. Just because they are 14 does not mean that they don't know what they're doing. They just don't see the problem in them doing it. They think that they can do all of this and get money with it, but they don't think that there's anything bigger to it. Obviously, there is something bigger to it.
Ineber, you're back on the air.
Oh my god, that was loud. Okay. Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah, that's way better.
That is a lot better.
I have a problem with this stream. I have a problem.
I swear, if this is a meme.
Mention it.
No, it's not. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Everything you guys are saying on the stream right now is a lie. And I just come on. Surprisingly, I've come in for Keemstar's defense. I think you should add him to the call right now because I'm not happy. I don't like censorship, and I do have something serious to say though. Andy Warski is a prophet, and I do actually have some information which I haven't shared. That thing I sent you earlier was a joke. If you want to pull up my DMs, I can literally send you the image right now.
Do you want me to pull up the DM you sent me?
No, not that DM. That was a joke. But you can pull up the DMs. That's fine.
All right, let me see.
All right, I'm not sending you it now.
Okay. Well done, Fraser.
Okay, bye.
This is a serious stream, Fraser.
Wait, what did he say?
He sent a troll
What'd he
face.
do?
Oh my
Sent
fucking
a troll face. Oh my god, Ineber.
What a guy.
There you go.
All
All right, let's take another call.
Spectre,
you're on the air. Or do you disagree with Toon?
I want Sven's sworn in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, okay, go on.
The entire thing completely fucked up any investigation. I'm not saying completely fucked up would be improper.
What? Repeat yourself, Spectre.
Spectre, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Repeat yourself, please. Yeah, repeat yourself, please.
Cool. The entire freaking thing, maybe not the entire thing, but the investigation that anybody may have been doing is completely thrown off by this. It doesn't matter if this information is cached. This was all open. This was all stuff that the FBI, the Canadian FBI, the KBI, the Germans, any of them could have used without having to file a subpoena. They could have taken all this and gotten this information going, and they could have gotten an actual investigation going. By making this public and going, hey, look what we found. Congratulations. One, you're furthering the entire thing. Okay, you're telling people where to go to look for this. Now, if there's actual like pedophiles who weren't knowledgeable on this, they know who to talk to.
Everything was censored for that reason. Andy brought out the real things that was not supposed to happen. Now, in response to quickly, I'm going to combine this with what you said a second ago. There was somebody. Hold on, let me scroll up in the comments. Who did I just bring up a second ago? I said someone's name. Well, someone said that we gave it to Andy and that we're blaming Andy for it. We didn't give it to Andy for it to get public like this. I do blame Andy for that. That was not supposed to happen in that kind of way. Oh, there we go. Sven Soren. He said, everything's cached, just like you said, and just like I mentioned. Andy ruined our investigation. We tried doing the police's job and profit off of it, and it's Andy's fault. No, we did not try to do the police's job. We tried to make Instagram change its fucking service, because obviously there's a big thing going wrong with Instagram. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that if you just casually just ignore this or something like that, Instagram would never have changed. And I hope it's going to change. I wonder if it's even going to have an impact, but it's at least worth trying.
So why didn't you report it directly to them instead of giving it to Andy? You know Andy's going to put stuff like that out there.
But we reported it. We reported it to Instagram. We reported it to CPS. We reported it to IWF. We reported it to Discord. All of them fucking ignored it. All those services ignored it. And I'm pretty sure...
Really? They ignored it? How do you know that?
It's in the video. Why do people comment on this when they don't watch the video?
They completely ignored it. They actually emailed you?
Yeah, they emailed us back. It's in the video, dude. Did you watch? You didn't watch the video, did you?
No, I watched the stream.
That's
got
the
it, okay.
point. The stream wasn't supposed to come out. It was supposed to be the video that Twoon made.
It doesn't
to break the
matter if
story.
it doesn't matter if the stream wasn't supposed to come out. That's all anybody's really talking about. That's what people know. It doesn't matter. The entire thing was completely blown by a stream. It doesn't
We
matter.
agree.
You know, it doesn't matter.
But that's not
if there
what
was
we're
a video.
supposed to.
If it was the intention was to put out a video and say, "Hey, this stuff is going on." We just saw this with that YouTube fucker who could have caused that Apocalypse 2.0. We don't know just yet. Probably going to happen. You know, and how YouTube's overreacting to it. This is a very, you know, it's a very visceral response, and people overreact immediately. And, you know, okay, fine. Instagram, maybe they'll do something now. Who knows? Okay, and good on them if that comes out of it. But at the end of the day, you know, Andy putting the, you know, and I'm not putting this on YouTube or anything, but Andy downloading that stuff and sending it out there, you know, he's fucked. He's FUKT fucked. And at the, you know, if there was an investigation going on with the RCMP or the you know, the whatever the Germans are, you know, it doesn't matter. The FBI, all this was available for them, and now they have to subpoena, which increases the time it takes for this. It doesn't matter if this stuff is cached. It doesn't. I know it's cached. I think everybody understands it's cached. They even say in the terms of service, everything's cached for like 6 months to a year. Depends on, you know, local law.
I am honestly so done with people saying that we fucking relied on Andy with this. We didn't rely on Andy with this. Hell, I'll fucking show all the screenshots showing that we didn't rely on Andy with this. I'll show the screenshots showing that I didn't want Andy to fucking make anything about this until something was up. I mean, don't understand.
It doesn't matter if you relied on Andy. Okay, I'm not saying you relied on Andy. All right, I am saying that he fucked all this up. You know, I'm not placing that blame on you other than you let Andy see it or something. I'll admit, I don't know that conversation, how that went on, and I'm not going to, you know, speculate on that. What I am saying, though, is that, you know, Andy's entire decision here, every decision he made concerning this entire thing, you know, Instagram may have been cooperating with the feds, and now this comes out, and, you know, they're now placed in between a rock and a hard place. They have to give this information up to subpoena now. And previously, you know, the FBI and whatnot didn't have to subpoena to see all this stuff that's public. And the minute that Andy started doing this, what do you know? They start taking everything down.
What was taken down?
When they started deleting accounts and whatnot.
Yeah, the Andy stream fucked it up.
Andy's stream alone caused them to start deleting accounts. Andy admitting he downloaded this stuff, sent it to Ralph and at least one other person. Guess what, Andy? Congratulations. You've now trafficked child pornography.
Yeah, and that's why...
Great fucking job. And you just gave it to a fucking parolee. All right? You gave it to a fucking parolee. Ralph's on parole or probation. I can't remember which one it is. It's one of them. I think it's parole. He has a parole officer. You sent it to a parolee. You fucked him over again.
All right. But do people understand that we did not... Wait, somebody said, do you drink the same water Toon drinks? Are you serious? What the hell? I quickly want to bring... Can we bring in multiple people so that multiple people can discuss it? Like multiple people at once. Not too many, obviously. But Spectre, would you mind staying in here for a minute? And then we can get somebody else in here. I would like to get Lex Broken in here because he obviously seemed... What the fuck? It was Andy's fault. We didn't do anything wrong. Well, we didn't fucking give him the information. Jesus Christ. Okay, get Lex Broken in here.
Once again, I'm not saying that you know, if you guys weren't part of that stream, I admit I only saw part of the stream. You know, and
I was sleeping as well. I was fucking
okay. Then I you know, you're not part of the stream. Then, you know, no blame really rests on you. I guess the frustration there would be leveled at Andy and Ralph, but the entire thing is you know, it's an entire shit show. And honestly, you know, once again, you're saying that they were ignoring it, okay? And I'll just say this, and then I'll bow out. You say they were ignoring it. Well, you know, you might. I admit I need to see the I need to see the what's it called, the emails. I'll watch the video, that way I understand what you say when you say they were ignoring it. But the truth of the matter is that's probably just standard customer service bullshit. Whatever. We're aware of it. You don't know if they were running an investigation in the background. You don't know if they were looking after that. Just because you report something doesn't mean they take care of it right away. YouTube,
they actually stated that there was nothing wrong with it. We actually got responses back.
Then that sounds automated. That sounds automated.
It wasn't, because there was one time that they actually said that there was something wrong with one video, and then reported the same video on another account, and it wasn't something wrong with the video.
Okay, so you got one that says something was wrong, and then the rest of them say one.
So there's I honestly think that there's something wrong with this team that Instagram
sounds automated.
has looking at this.
It sounds automated. Unless you get a bunch of people reporting something, if it's like one or two random schmucks who are reporting something going, this is child porn. Generally speaking, that's in a queue, and they do an automated response because they want to make it look like they actually care 9 times out of 10. I'll grant you, they don't care normally. There's keywords that they should put into their algorithm so that if you say, hey, this looks like child porn, well, that gets moved up to the goddamn line. But you don't know, and this is an investigation. It's not like you're going to know what's going on at the end of the day. They're not going to tell you, hey, we're investigating this. This is the status of this investigation. They're not going to tell you. So I think it's not fair to say that they were ignoring it. It sounds, by what you just said, it sounds like it was automated, and then one of them, they came back and it wasn't exactly automated. It sounds like somebody, maybe low-level customer service was like, hey, okay, there's something wrong here.
Why are the things staying up though? Like, that's wrong nonetheless.
Because they don't take it down just because you report it.
I don't think that is. I think that is like. I think that's a conspiracy kind of thing. I honestly think that's a conspiracy.
Yours sounds like a conspiracy. They don't care. That sounds like a conspiracy on your part. Oh, they don't care about this possible child pornography going on, even though we have, one that doesn't sound like it's automated, and, everything else sounds automated. It sounds like it's just like with this Matt guy. Oh, YouTube doesn't care about child porn that's on their servers, and everything looks like it's the exact opposite. It was played up for drama. That's what it sounds like. I don't think you can clearly say that they don't care about this. It sounds like it fell into the automated system and they're slowly chugging through it. Generally speaking, when there's child porn and whatnot, they take care of it.
I think you make a good point, but I think the automation should all be better.
I think that's not a good point.
Automation's never going to get better. Let's be honest here. Nothing is going to make up for an actual person looking over stuff.
All right. So how are you going to explain that these pages have been up for a year? They have gone several days over it, and it still is up. That's weird to me. If it stays up for such a long time, I don't think that there's an investigation going at all, because that's way too long for them not taking action.
No, that's not completely true. What was the case? It was a case back in 2008, I want to say, where the FBI was aware of a page, and they asked, I want to say, MySpace to leave the page up specifically so that they could figure out who's checking it out, because they were actually trafficking in legitimate CP. And they asked for it to remain up and said, MySpace, we aren't going to find you criminally liable. Just leave this up. Report anything that you find to us. We're going to be watching it too. And they just agreed to that. Saying that, they left it up for a year, that doesn't really mean anything. The feds are known to leave stuff up like that as a honeypot.
Okay. Spectre, thank you for coming on the air, man. I appreciate it. We're going to go on to some other callers, but I appreciate you having you on.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for a new insight, by the way.
All right, John. Let's bring in John Swan. He's a really good YouTuber. John Swan, you're on the air. What's going on, man?
Hello. Toon, I've got a couple of things to pick with you here. A couple of things to pick your brain. If you don't mind, just a couple of questions, some clarifications. because I don't quite fully understand this situation. First of all, I want to start off with this caching point that you keep on bringing up. The caching point that I think the point that people are making is that by sharing this information on your video, you're allowing the pedophiles, suspected pedophiles, to go ahead and to delete all this information. We're not talking about Instagram. We are talking about the mega folders. Mate, there's hundreds of these mega folders. This cannot be the only one. They've deleted all of those now. 100%. They're all gone. There's no way that you're going to be able to get them again. And I remember your point as well.
Mega saves those things as well. So, again, like I said, Mega saves those things as well. So again, like I said, they keep it cached. They keep it cached as well.
But that isn't incriminating. A link is not incriminating because you need the link to check if that's incriminating.
Wait, what do you mean?
So how would you respond to that?
I said they keep it. I said that Mega keeps it cached as well.
No, they
so
don't.
If they deleted
That's
it
wrong.
on Mega.
That's incorrect. Mega, everything in Mega is encrypted with end-to-end encryption. Mega can't even see what's inside that folder because it's end-to-end encryption. It's AES 256-bit encryption. It's impossible.
Do you have? All right, okay.
That's literally on their website.
Can you explain it?
I work in like.
Can you explain it a little bit more?
AES 256-bit encryption.
Can you explain it a little bit more? Can you show something?
So basically, end-to-end encryption works this way. You get a link you get a mega link and you get a key along with that link. That key allows you to unlock this mega link. But the problem is that Mega can't actually see this link at all because it's encrypted on both ends. That key allows you to unencrypt that information, but Mega doesn't have that key. Only the person that uploaded the Mega folder has that key to decrypt that information. So, in other words, that the person that shares this Mega folder, those people have the key to decrypt this information. Mega does not have the key. So if I go here to a Mega link real quick, can't remember, but there's like a URL, and then there's a key at the end of that. You'll see it. There's like a whole convoluted mess of characters, and that allows you to decrypt that information. The problem with this is that the Mega can't see this folder without having that key, and they don't have that key. By you making this video, you are facilitating. You're allowing these pedophiles to basically go ahead and take down all that information. Now they don't have the information. They don't have the evidence anymore. Mega hasn't got the folder. They haven't got it cached. It's gone forever. You can't find that anymore. Well, how would you respond to that?
If you look it up online, there's things that say that it's different. There's things that Mega does.
But you don't have the link.
Information.
You can't go off circumstantial evidence like that. You need the link to be able to justify that.
What? No, but you just basically based an entire argument saying that Mega doesn't keep anything. But if you look online, it does say that Mega does keep things.
No, because it's AES 256-bit encryption. That's impossible.
I think you are throwing rich terms around it just to make it sound like that's true. But when you look it up online,
he knows more than you, to be honest.
It is okay. Let me just pull up the website real quick. Give me a second. Okay, let me just go onto here to their website.
I need more explanation for that then.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you an explanation, but it's really hard to kind of make this in simple terms to try and explain what's going on here. Okay, so that's the layman explanation. Let's go down here, see if I can find anything about the Mega encryption here. But it's definitely end-to-end encryption. It's definitely AES 256-bit, which is military-grade encryption. That's the military's been used for quite some time. But that's just one point that I wanted to bring up. I have a couple more things to pick with you that I'll go into.
If you look it up online, people are making fun of you of me saying if you look it up online. I mean, where the fuck did you get your information from?
Toon, you need to stop directly replying to the chat.
Yeah, I mean, the chat's probably just trolling you at this point, to be honest. End-to-end encrypted. Yeah. So Mega is known for its security feature, but all files are end-to-end encrypted locally before this is uploaded. This prevents anyone, including employees of Mega Limited, from accessing the files without knowledge of the passkey used for encryption. There you go.
All right. Okay. Back to the original topic then. So if that's the case, then that was not intended, and my apologies for that. If that is something
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I?
I also,
if there's
I fully understand that you didn't really know about the situation, but I mean, it was pretty easy to find out this information. It was on their website, but I kind of understand where you're coming from with that. But I do have a couple more things to quickly ask you before I head off here. I want to clarify. You say that the people ignored you when you reported the information. Who ignored you specifically? Was that Instagram or was that the internet police, or who ignored you specifically?
People need to watch the video if they're going.
Yeah, I did watch the entire video. You've got a screenshot here. The only screenshot that you provide, the only evidence that you provided people ignoring you was from the Internet
Hold
Watch
on,
Foundation
I'ma
thanking you for your
Can
report.
we bring up something? Augie, can you bring up the stuff that shows it or not?
Send me the file. I'll load it up on screen. That wasn't actually on the video at all. Can you just Yeah, because I can't view the stream at the same time of doing this because it's all delayed.
Is Max still in there?
Who?
Is Max still in there? Max?
No, he's not.
Right, he's
Okay.
not in here.
Can you just try and sum up the information because I don't think I can view the screenshot.
If you want me
properly,
to put something up, send me the
All
link
right,
and I'll put it up
okay,
on screen.
but-
But tell
No,
like
okay.
tell John Swan what you're saying.
Okay, so basically missing and exploited children. That one just ignored it. We had the CPS, didn't give a response. They just didn't give a response at all. Like missing and exploited children, they didn't give a response at all, even though we did submit it. FBI tips was submitted as well. They didn't give a response either. And then we have, hold on.
Okay.
We got IWF. They even mailed us back saying that there was nothing wrong with it.
Okay,
they
so
said,
that's
thank you for your what?
That's one place. So you've got that email
That's
that says,
multiple
"I would like to
places.
see the email." If that's okay. Like I just want to. I'm a bit skeptical that
Yes.
they would say that there's nothing wrong with that. I would like to see
Good.
the email.
Yeah. What's your Discord? Oh wait, it's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in there. You can just DM to me if you want. Thanks.
While
I'm just
you
gonna
guys...
send it as. I'm just gonna send the picture.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay.
I'm
while
just
you guys-
I find that very skeptical. I'm skeptical that would be the reason. Anyway, I've just got So you got yeah, thanks. Okay,
So
so
they
yeah,
didn't
that's
give
the
us-
same one that you said on the stream. They didn't. This isn't saying that there's nothing wrong with it. It's thanking you for your report and saying that they'll look into it. That's what this is saying. That's straight after you submitted your report, wasn't it?
Oh wait, hold on. Wait. That's not the middle.
Is that the
Fuck,
wrong
that's not-
screenshot you sent me?
Hold on. That's the not the middle. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, but yeah, so that's the one you sent in your video. So I assume that would be the yeah, that was where I was getting confused on that point there.
Okay.
Okay,
So
there
the
we go.
thing, while you talk about that and figure that out, I do want to say one thing. The intention was to have this all 100% sorted legally and sent to the FBI, and like they get the mega file and all that shit before we release anything. That got ruined when Warski went rogue and went on the stream way too early. So
Yeah.
the intention was to fix all of this, like do the moral thing, send this all legally, and give the FBI and the authorities all the information, and then make a video talking about how Instagram shouldn't allow this shit to happen. That is it.
Yeah.
And it got
But you
fucked
just said
up,
it-
and that's the issue.
Yeah, but Toon, I just want to quickly bring up a point you made earlier. You said you were going to upload this video 2 days ago, originally. So how would that change anything that you just said here? Because you would still be facilitating the pedophiles to be able to take down this information.
Wait, but that was about the Andy Warski stuff.
You said you were going to upload your video 2 days ago, right?
Yeah, but when we were talking about that, that was about the Andy Warski stuff.
Okay,
That was
I might have
explaining-
misunderstood. But either way, you've uploaded this video now a few hours ago. This information you've said was submitted to the authorities, but the authorities didn't give you any sort of clarification that they were looking into it, which is understandable. I mean, they wouldn't tell you that they're looking into it because you could
I mean,
potentially.
a response back is at least something they can do.
Yeah, I do understand where you're coming from with that, but I don't think they can physically. I don't think that that's a possibility to happen. Mostly because I think that you would need to basically say, "Hey guys, look, we're investigating into this thing now. All the pedophiles, go ahead, delete all your stuff. We're investigating it now. We're investigating." You're literally telling them. You're giving all the pedophiles, "Hey, look, guys, the FBI is investigating it. We better take all that stuff down." You know,
All
that's
right.
not.
Okay, so these things have been brought up multiple times. Now we can keep on talking about that and not agree on the same things or agree on certain topics. But the main thing is, and people calling me idiots in the chat, probably, yeah, like you said,
Yeah, you probably shouldn't listen
for
to the
trolling
chat.
at
Chat's
this.
massive
Yeah,
troll.
that chat's only gonna play with you, man.
Yeah,
Focus on the
Toon,
call.
you
Don't
should
respond
Toon,
to the
Alright,
chat.
just turn off the chat.
They're not intelligent. Most of the people in the chat
But
are just trolling.
sometimes they do bring up sometimes they do bring up good points, and it's important to talk about things, especially when this is important. It's all just shouting a lot like people do in the chat, but I do think that this is an important subject to talk about. If I did make mistakes, it's important for me to learn about it, and it's important for other people to learn. And I think that for everybody involved, by the way, it's important to learn about this. But something that I'm pretty sure we can all agree on is that Instagram does need to change something.
100%.
Whether we get something back for it or not, that was the main message that was sent out in the video.
Yeah, and I think this, I appreciate, that you're trying to bring light to the situation. I have no problem even with you making a video on it, to be honest, but I think the way that you went about it, and I think the way, making the video before, anything, the mega link, presumably, is the mega link still up, do you know?
No, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it has been taken down, by the way.
Yeah, okay, so that's at least some progress, but either way, if it's still up, I don't know, it might, there's a possibility it's still up. I think at the end of the day, I think making this video is probably a bad decision in the way that you did, mostly because I think that you're basically you're giving the notice to pedophiles to go ahead and say, hey guys, if you have any of this stuff, you better get rid of it right now, because the FBI is going to be investigating it soon, because you didn't the FBI can't tell you, hey guys, we're investigating it, because otherwise they'll basically tell the pedophiles, hey guys,
okay, so
your info.
It's so weird how no one then understands that if this, all right, so okay, even if that all of that, let's assume that all of that is 100% true, even if that is true, right, and that the investigation is gone, if a public outcry makes it so that Instagram won't facilitate this stuff anymore, it won't happen again.
Yeah.
If anything, that should make the size of the problem, if you look at the future, smaller instead of bigger. Even
I understand where
if
you're
all
coming
of that is true. So in no way, shape, or form do I think, personally, and that's of course discussable, that this was the wrong way to go at it. I think that if nothing would be said, and I think that if Instagram keeps on facilitating this stuff, then obviously the people can go ahead and keep on doing this, and the problem will grow. Yes, maybe some people will get arrested, but then some other people will pop up, and it will happen again, and it will happen again, and it's constantly going to keep on growing. And if nothing is being done about it,
I understand.
It's itself.
Yeah, but I just want to ask one more question, and then I'll probably let you guys go, because I've been here for a while. But I would like to ask, what do you think Instagram should do in this situation? What do you think should be the solution?
I think that they should look at the team, especially the team, because the team obviously does not seem to be on one page. We only had one person actually say that one of the pictures was bad. That's just one person, but all the other persons said that it was okay, that it was fine to be up, when obviously it's not okay to be up. It's, in my opinion, just child pornography. It's kids selling their body. I think that context is important in this, by the way. It's not just blatantly any kid looking like this should immediately get thrown off Instagram. It's that the context does matter with this. So I think that should be fixed, and I think that the Instagram team should get a heads up and look at all of that.
100% agree with you. I think that Instagram needs to make some major reforms to the way that reporting happens. But I think also in the way you reported pictures, right, and stories. Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that the way they're going about reporting these, that they're going about reviewing these, is that they're looking at the pictures and the stories by themselves and not looking at the account as a whole. And did the pictures by themselves have anything wrong with them, or was it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But
100%.
yeah, so I think. Yeah, so either that's, probably just a lazy team at the end of the day, just like approve, not really looking at anything that's going on, which is probably
Also,
not
there were
best.
100% there are accounts out there of 100% are re-uploading all these pictures, and nothing is being done about them, even when you
Yeah.
report these accounts. And there's they are just literally naked, by the way. Sometimes they're not naked because then Instagram's thing scans it, I think. But they are. It's just it should never be portrayed in that way.
Yeah. It's a hard situation as well because algorithms can't really accurately sense when minors are in a video at all. That's something that's with software development and things, but it's really hard for algorithms to sense minors in pictures and video. So I think the only real way that Instagram would have to go about this would probably just be to hire some more competent individuals to actually go through and sift through all this content. And I perfectly agree with you on that. But personally, the way that I think I would have had no problem with the video if you just made it about Instagram, but then you brought up the mega folder. That's where I have the issue. Because that mega folder, that stuff in there is 100%, well, you don't know because you haven't opened the folder, but we assume that stuff is like 100% child pornography, right? We assume that stuff in there is child porn.
They even pointed out, like even if it wouldn't be, the fact that they pointed it out on the story is still bad.
Yeah. So
and also,
I think
quickly,
that's where
just
I
to
have
get
the
people
problem.
involved, do people even listen to the stream? They said, how do you know? They didn't watch the video, obviously, but how do you know that those pics existed? Because they were on an Instagram account and we stumbled upon them. The fact that they're out there.
They're probably out there, yeah, 100%. But, yeah, I think, what was I saying before? I was saying, I think the way you used the mega link was... I don't think that's what you should have done, because that stuff you reported to the FBI, that stuff you reported to the IWC, that stuff you reported to the CPS. And, they can't tell you that they're investigating or not, because that would be giving out information that's probably classified. I personally, I don't think that was the right course of action. That's just my personal opinion. Thank you very much, Augie, for having me on. I think I should probably let you guys go because I've been talking here for ages.
Good to hear from you, John. I appreciate you coming on, man.
It was super insightful. Thank you so much for coming on, dude.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Keep it real, guys.
Okay, you too.
All right, take care.
Genuinely appreciate that call.
All right,
really good
I promised this dude to come on. Medium D speaks. He says he's going to defend you, so a little change of pace here. So let's hear what his defense view is. Medium D speaks. You're on the air. Are you here to defend Twoon? Go against the majority here. Your mic is muted, man. You gotta unmute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, try again. Habana Bay, you're on the air. Are you for or against Twoon?
I'm sorry, I have to be against you. The way that you're projecting yourself and also reading the chat, also not okay. I'm just going to put that out there right now. The fact that you're reading the chat and getting angry and having to stop yourself while people are asking you questions to then address the chat, just saying that's not a good idea. And you're just making yourself more and more upset, and it's making your points harder to make, because the fact that someone brought tech evidence that something is encrypted and your only excuse was don't throw big words at me, that's not cool.
It wasn't an excuse. I was looking at things, and I even told him to explain himself multiple times. Go back at the thing. I also thanked him for his. Well, let me finish. I also thanked him for showing another view and perception of this subject, because that is something that I didn't look at. But I'm not just blatantly going to believe something right away. So at the same time, should people not 100% blatantly believe everything that was featured in a video? It's good that people come for more, and it's good that people talk about this, because it's an important subject. I think that everybody's shouting about it instead of actually trying to discuss something that is important is absolutely ridiculous, and that people then call me out for some internet clout but do the same thing is dumb. It's really dumb.
Well, that's just how the chat is. We gotta focus on the people in the call actually giving the points one-on-one, rather than a mob of people saying random stuff in chat.
Because they're going to keep making fun of you regardless. That's just what's happening right now, because a lot of them think that you really screwed up. And the fact that you're getting more and more angry and having to address them, they don't care what you're saying. They're mad at you. And the reasons you're giving to them are not, they don't care at this point. They're they already think that you have screwed up big time, which in a way you have. I think the fact that you had to make an entire video pointing out specific things about all of this, it's to the point where it's like you could have left this up to the FBI. It's not up to a couple of YouTubers to fix all this. It's
But
up
if
to
they
the
don't respond,
It doesn't matter if they don't respond to you. They're going to respond to the
does
law cracking
matter.
down on them and being like, "Excuse you, fix this." Because the FBI can tell them that, not you.
it does matter if they don't give a response. And also, like I said, again, if you constantly keep on having Instagram allow this kind of stuff, it's gonna grow bigger and it's gonna continue and it's gonna be repetitive.
But
It's
no
gonna
one is
keep on
saying-
happening.
No one is saying that Instagram is allowing this. No one
But
said
they
that.
are, though, and that's the thing. They are.
Well, if I have
Unless
to
they're-
interject, if there's porn, child porn on Instagram, and Twoon reports it, and they actively allow it, wouldn't that, by definition, mean that they're, allowing it? Like, I'm just playing by Twoon's argument here. What do you say to that?
I'd say, if anything, there's a big issue with how Instagram is being run compared to YouTube, in the kind of like it's more run by a bot rather than like how YouTube has actually gone forward to put in like actual people to fix things, rather than like having a random Facebook, because it's all ran by Facebook because Facebook owns Instagram. They don't have the manpower to actually try and handle the site. I'm not saying that's a good reason to like not like say that it's not okay that they're doing this. It's the fact that like there's nothing being done in a way that's okay it's not okay to you how it's being run, and I get that, but it's not your jurisdiction when it's like how do I explain this? You made a video about this when it was not even, it barely came out, like they weren't even being, you just started looking at this like how many days prior to all of this happening when you were going to make a video?
Now it's 6 to 1 week ago.
That's how long you took getting all this information together, correct?
Mm-hmm. And
So
before
you
that,
only allowed the FBI
like I
a
said,
week. You only allowed the
before
FBI a
that-
week.
hold on. Yeah, the FBI got a week. Yeah.
Do you
People
think an
told
FBI
me-
organization takes a week to do an entire investigation on a platform, and how many CP files are on it?
There should be a response coming back. If you normally report something to the police, they respond back right away in 1 day. Generally, maybe even faster than that. And they thank you for that you actually notified them. It's a service problem that they have. If that is the case, then they have a massive service problem.
But it's not. You're saying now it's the FBI fault and Instagram's fault that this is happening, because you're saying the FBI can't get off their asses and do this in a week. You think any investigation?
No, I didn't say the research. They
Murder
should know. They should let you know that they're looking.
They have there's no legal law saying that like we must tell you, yes, we are working on it. There's no actual law saying that they should tell you that.
But just because there aren't always laws about something does not mean that it is right. I mean, laws constantly change. There's a reason for why laws constantly change, and that's because there's mistakes in the system. And I honestly think that if the FBI doesn't give you a notification or something like that, then there's a mistake in the system.
Well, I think that you have very unreal expectations of how long an investigation takes to hunt
I
down
didn't
pedophiles
say
and
that
get
they
rid of
have
them.
to fix it right away. Did I? No, I did
You
not.
make it sound like it has to
No,
be
stop
done
it.
before you make a video on it, and then things start to go awry.
No,
You gave
that's
them a
not what I said. That's not what I said. You're now turning around things. I
think
generally
you should
said,
at least
and I
wait at
multiple
least half a
times said
year,
this,
honestly.
that they have to notify you, and that they have to say, "Hey, we'll look into it," or something.
Personally, I think you should have waited until it was 100% gone and settled with authorities before uploading the video.
We'll see if they will respond. If they respond, I will 100% bring it out. I won't lie about it. I will 100% bring it out, and I will 100% apologize for my actions. If they don't respond, quit
What?
acting like you know how American criminal investigations work. This is a fucking gigantic international thing. Just to let you know, not just an American thing.
I'm not saying it's not an American thing, but you're making it sound like they need to offer you, like you
Sorry,
are.
I was responding to the chat. I apologize.
Okay.
Oh, stop and close the chat.
Twoon, close the chat.
Please
I'm
close
sorry.
I'm saying
I
it for
legit
your own
came
good,
in
man.
here
The chat's
I
gonna make
legit
you go insane.
I came in here telling you don't do that, and you're still doing it. Oh my god. But no, just don't. Okay, one, don't look at the chat. We're done with this now. That's not helping you. But you need to realize that they do not need to give you an answer. That is not you don't work for the FBI. You're not in this crime crime area that you're actually like an investigator in the FBI. You would have no right for them to tell you, yes, we're working on it. Yes, it's solved. These are the people involved. It's done. They don't have to give you that. No one is allowed to give. No one is saying that you get that. And the fact that you're saying that like I deserve to get it because I was the one who reported it. No. Then everybody who's reported pedophile deserves a handwritten letter from the FBI saying, "Hey, we're looking at it."
All right, now let's get back because everybody constantly changes the narrative, and I think that people have brought up good things. The people honestly have brought up good things and good, clear views that should be discussed and should be looked at. And I think that obviously some mistakes were made. I didn't expect to bring out this thing 100% the right way. Again, though, the narrative of the video was to actually get Instagram to change. And I really want that people... Wait, Toon really sounds out of office. Fuck, I'm reading the chat again. I'm sorry.
Stop it!
I really think that people need to understand that Instagram does need to change something. And they would not change something if there is not a public outcry about this. Everybody knows this. The fact that I can get deleted and that other people can get deleted for just a simple joke is ridiculous. And that these things stay up is insane. That is something that 100% needs to be looked at.
I would say, if anything, I can tell that you're very stuck on this point, and I understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, I think you shouldn't have made a video at all until you at least saw some of these accounts going down just by reporting them to the FBI alone. Once they started actually going down, things started getting deleted and like accounts started getting closed, then maybe you could have brought this to light to then open up on the rest of it that's on Instagram, but you didn't wait. And I feel like you didn't wait long enough, and then the information got spread to the wrong people, i.e. Andy, and now you kind of made a mess around yourself because you were impatient.
I honestly think that how should I phrase this? Let's phrase it the right way before something stupid is being said. I think that the video did have mistakes. Obviously, there were going to be mistakes. There's always going to be mistakes. But again, like I said, there's no way to call this out without anything going wrong. And Instagram needs to change. I'm sticking by that point for now. I do think that what the John Swan guy said earlier is a good point to bring up, that Mega doesn't keep things, for example. It's also a good point that people are deleting stuff. We try to keep it as censored as possible, everything as censored as possible. Sadly, things did get to Andy and he did report it in this way. That was never the intent. It sadly did happen though. Add something to this, respond to it so that I can go on. I'm honestly so done with this, but
No, I think I'm good. I'm good on my point. I'm just like, I wanted to bring the impatience up. Like, it's really just like the fact you didn't wait is what led to all this coming out the way that it did.
Yeah.
It was just like the fact that you were so impatient to wait for the FBI to try something, for Instagram to try something, and you just did not wait. That's like
it
the
wasn't
main issue.
necessarily that. It was mainly the point that people were saying that these kids are in danger, and if you actually want to bring it, I mean, we stayed up for nights doing this. We could have just waited. There was not really a reason for this to be brought out right away. I mean, yes, we could have waited, honestly, for the FBI to respond if they are going to respond, which I highly doubt, but. Like said, that was what Boblox.
Oh, I think like from the situation, how I know it is that we were gonna make sure that all of this was settled. We uploaded a video, and then Andy broke that. In hindsight, maybe you shouldn't have started working on a video or even thought about making a video at all until it was fully solved. But I don't know what like. Now listening to you talk, I don't know. I guess sorry, my mind's all over the place. But I thought the intention was to upload the video after the whole FBI like solved it and 100% completed solving it and investigating it. But I guess based off what you're saying, you said you were going to upload the video soon, anyways, regardless of what Andy did?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. I thought
I didn't
we
upload
were.
the video.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna wait to upload the video. I thought you were gonna wait to upload the video after the whole FBI figured it out legally and stuff, and then everything
Wait.
was fixed.
What do you mean?
Okay, so basically, the thing is, we reported it to the FBI, right? And we reported it to all these sources. We should have waited. What was intended to happen is that we wait until the FBI deals with everything, gets the info, even if they don't respond. We just wait and see a couple weeks until we see this happen and be fixed by the FBI. Because the FBI, if they get a tip, like, they're not gonna ignore it. It just would take a while. So we wait for them to finish it, and then we upload the video.
It should have been better to go at it like that, yeah. I agree. It should have been better to go at it like that.
I thought that was the plan from the beginning. I was under that impression.
On that note, I'll get out of your guys' hair so you can pull more people in. You guys have a great night with this.
Thank you so much for your call. You were very... Thank you so much.
Thank you for bringing...
All right. We're gonna bring in I think we'll just go with one last caller.
There's a lot of callers.
I mean, it's really up to Twoon. I don't want to just have a rapid fire over. I think like a lot of points have been made here, and I think it's been a hell of a night.
A lot of things have been repeated. Yeah, I'm bringing Medium D speaks.
All right, he's gonna defend you.
Since
Medium D speaks, you're on the air this time. I mean, you gotta act fast, bud. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yo, Medium, try to do the thing you asked me.
He said he has to go across the other end of the room. Man, I can't hold my own stream up for you, man.
Come on, Medium.
It isn't working? Unmute me yourself. You're not mute. I can't do that. You're muted, dude.
Yeah, he's muted. You're muted.
You probably muted yourself.
Unmute your thing. Do you not know how to use Discord? Come on now. All right, dude. I'm holding. You really want to call in?
Yeah.
You wanted to defend Toon. I'm holding up the entire show for you right now, buddy. But I got to be honest, man. I'm tapping it. All right. Well, all right. You know what? We'll bring Slacker on, and then you can while you're still in here, and then you can figure it out. Slacker TV, you're on the air.
Hello. Can you hear me?
How's it going, man?
All right, I'm on a really shitty laptop right now. Okay, so basically, to my understanding of the situation, you guys, Twoon, I saw your video. I didn't like it at all, man. Like, not gonna lie. But hold on, let's see here. So the issue that I have with this whole situation is like, all right. So you guys have already kind of discussed like the whole, the previous issues, like the actual, the whole unfolding of the whole incidents. But the issue that I have a lot of issues with those as well. But one of the main issues that I have with the whole thing about this is like your whole conduct about it. Because this whole thing, like Twoon, I was watching your video, and I mean, like, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say you didn't intend for this to happen, but like it really comes across as like you trying to like place yourself on a pedestal and like be like the savior of Instagram. And it's like, I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to like publicize an issue that you consider to be like really underground, and I guess it kind of was. But the fact of the matter is like you plan to release your video like days before Andy Warski did. So you can't place the blame on Warski because yes, Warski messed up. He released the names and everything like that. But I mean, it's like, come on, dude. I mean, like you even said in the beginning of your video, like, I'm not one to say like you can't make a video on something because I firmly believe that anyone can make a video on anything they want. But with you, like the rest of your videos, dude, like no offense, but they're not exactly like hard hitting stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it really seems like you walked into the city. Like there's so many other like people that could have done this and could have done it like, no offense again, but like way better. And like, I mean, you even said at the beginning of your video, you're like, usually you guys,
And the thing is, about
like-
that, to bring that up, there is a lot better. There's a lot more people who can
I'm
this
just-
better than me. I'm not even like the kind of person
I know,
who
that's-
talks about it like this. And the reason why it was because I stumbled upon it, and the story came from me.
Yeah, but
so
I mean,
we
like-
did want to bring it out, coming from me. Help, nobody needs to fucking credit me. If they want to bring it out, nobody needs to credit me. But
The whole thing about it is like, if I stumbled across like a dead body in a river, then I'm not gonna like film it and then make a YouTube video about it and say, "Hey guys, I found this dead body. I'm gonna call 911." Like,
What would Paul be like?
does that make sense? Like, exactly. Look,
I mean, that's
like, does that make sense? Like, if I find a body in the middle of the river and then I decide like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture of this and then I upload it to like, okay, hold on, let me just pretend like I'm starting over. I'm starting over.
Yeah, rephrase
So,
yourself.
let's say I'm walking down the road, right? And I see some feet poking out of the woods. And then I look at what's in the woods and it's a dead body and it has a knife in it. Yeah. And then it's like,
But we are not.
Hold on.
Okay, now I get what you're trying to say, but we are not trying to like get these speedos caught
then what was
ourselves.
the point?
That is up to the authorities. But we want a public outcry about Instagram. That's what we want.
So how does that help anything? Because everybody hates pedophiles. Like what was your goal in this to like say, pedophiles are bad? Like that's confusing part to me. Like I can see like you wanting to.
Instagram is bad. Instagram is bad. The fact that
but I
Instagram
mean, like-
keeps all this shit up and allows it, even after it gets reported multiple times, that's bad. That is what needs to change. And that was the entire narrative behind the video. And I'm honestly not sure. Most people didn't even watch it, but they still give. Like, if you're going to give your opinion, people need to watch the video first and need to have the material. But
Yeah, and I mean, I watched the video, and it's like, I can. Oh, excuse me. Again, it's like I understand why you were like. Okay, so it's like I understand that you're trying to. Again, like I said earlier, I'm trying. Like I get that you're trying to like publicize an issue, but like this isn't something that, in my opinion, really needs to be like. It's like you focused on like a very specific situation. And I feel like if you were really trying to go for that overarching, like, oh, Instagram allows all these things to happen and they still haven't taken it down even when it's like reported, it's like there's not really, you show the stuff is on Instagram, but you don't show any evidence as to why, like, in my opinion, you don't really show any solid like base as to why like Instagram isn't doing anything about it. Because like, the implication that you're saying here is that even if Instagram knew about these things, they wouldn't take it down, which to me is kind of like, I mean, I feel like with full confidence, if they did know, it's like.
It pretty much shows that if they don't take action, and if it is up for like some of these fucking girls have been up for a year, man. I mean, if you look at the dates, they have been up for a year. That shows that they're not doing anything about it. And if they are, then they're obviously still allowing Peters to do their thing.
Yeah,
so
but
that's
I mean,
a
like,
mistake nonetheless.
I mean,
that's
yeah,
a long ass fucking time, dude. That's not just a couple of days. That's a long fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like no offense, but I really don't think you were the right person to do this. And it's like, and I mean that in the nicest way possible, but like,
I mean, I'm probably never gonna be the perfect person for any of this. But
well, the thing is like you said earlier, that you knew that there were going to be issues. Like once you did this, right? You knew that there was going to be something that went wrong.
Yeah, I expected. To be honest, I expected all of this. But
So then why did you, if you expected all of this in such a sensitive situation, like this isn't like some like petty commentary drama that doesn't mean anything. This is like legitimate, like people's lives are being affected by this, and these are actual.
I'm talking
pedos
about
that are doing
I expected some people getting mad. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but like, did you just expect them to get mad because you exposed pedophiles? I don't have any.
I expect them to come up with. I expected people to come with ridiculous things, to be honest. But
so like criticizing you
people
for
did bring up good things. People did bring up good things, but they showed good views on the entire topic.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I see a lot of people talking about, like, defending you, saying, like, well, Twoon's intentions were good and all, and it's like, I get it, your intentions were good, but the fact of the matter is that even, like, even if your intentions are good, it's like, it doesn't matter, because the situation is still fucked. Like, it messed up, like, the situation blew up, and it's, like, it's messed up now, and just, like, regardless of, like, the best intentions of people, it's like stuff still happens, and you have to take responsibility for that.
I mean, I know I'm not taking responsibility for things. I'm talking about it. That's what's supposed to happen. People need to talk about this, and people need to have a discussion about this.
Yeah,
that is what's supposed to happen.
I personally, Toon, I think you should take responsibility for wanting to have the video up before the FBI dealt with the situation fully.
Well, Boblax, I saw you. Well, Boblax, you're kind
that's
of.
good.
Boblax,
I never
you're
said
kind of
that wasn't good.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Boblax,
Yeah.
And also, by the way, yeah, exactly. I mean, you were involved as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you were involved in this as well.
I thought we were. I thought that was the plan, though. I thought the plan was
Well, I mean,
to.
like, look,
But you wanted the video up as well.
Yeah, I
that's
want the
unfair
video
towards
up,
me,
but
dude.
after.
Hold on, no, that's
I want the video up, but
that's
after.
unfair towards me, man. What?
Okay, so Boblax, like, you're kind of throwing Twoon under the bus. Like, I think you gotta like take responsibility.
I'll
because,
take
I mean, like,
responsibility for some stuff.
I mean, like, all right, look. So it's like, no, you didn't make the video, but you were like, I mean, I've seen you on
Promoting
Twitter,
it,
like,
yeah.
like you're so, like, you
I was
were
passionate.
really,
Yeah, I'm passionate about
like,
this
you're
issue.
passionate, and I'm passionate about it too, which is why I'm like confused as to why it's like you know, it's like you're publicizing it and like promoting it, and it's like when it's kind of like, do you guys remember Fire Festival? Like, I know that's kind of a weird analogy, but like people like you know, Ja Rule, you know, he wasn't necessarily involved in the whole like building a Fire Festival, but he was still complicit in the creation of it. Like, he was aware that it was being created in the way that it was, and it's like,
Okay, I thought this whole thing, I still think that it's a good idea to bring to light the shit that Instagram is not. That Instagram should have better report systems or better algorithms or whatever.
yeah, if you want to bring up that issue, that's fine. But the way that you did it, it's like you're bringing it doesn't come across as you're trying to point it. To me, it doesn't come across as like, oh, Instagram doesn't have good filters in place. To me, it comes across as, hey, this is a specific isolated incident that we are going to expose right now. Like, does that make sense? Like, you mentioned specific incidents where it's like, yes, they are good examples of Instagram being negligent in their reporting system. But again, it's like, if you like, I felt like you could have been a lot more general and could have like spared the whole like I don't know. It's just like, what?
Spared the mega folder? Is that what you meant to say?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's just kind of like a mega folder. Really, it's just like, I mean, Warski fucked up in this situation too. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying
100 times worse. I think we can all agree.
Yeah,
on that.
like 100 times worse. But like, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's just it's like this whole situation is just like. A week ago, we were like talking about Matt what it is, and like starting the apocalypse, and we were talking about potential issues.
Okay, I'll
and
say
this.
At the same time, like I said,
guys,
I did want that to turn around as well. I'll fully admit that. I tried to make YouTube look good and Instagram look bad as well at the same time.
Yeah, but they're very similar issues, you know? They're very similar issues. I mean, Instagram is a little more so, like, definitely, I agree, because it's very much more, not very, more mature photos than what was happening on YouTube. But I mean, like, still somewhat similar situations. And to me, it comes off as, like, kind of hypocritical how you can go from, like, defending YouTube to attacking Instagram for things that are pretty much happening within the same scope, you know?
Okay, so my response to this because you kind of like accused me. I found out about this. I saw the Instagram accounts firsthand, and obviously I was distraught. And maybe in a sense, I didn't necessarily like. I thought we were gonna let the FBI like handle it and stuff, and then we were gonna upload the video. But like, I wasn't like. I also kind of wanted like. I was passionate about the situation being solved. I wanted this to like be stopped, you know. So like,
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand
I guess
that. and
I got a little. I guess my apology would be like I got a little too caught up in trying to fix it. So like maybe I
Yeah, and
didn't
it's
like look into it enough and like take the right precautions. But so
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I'll apologize for that.
Yeah, and somebody in here earlier brought up a great point. What was it? It was like it's like you went too quick about it. Is what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
I'm not against exposing pedophiles. Like the Bud A situation that happened not too long ago with TikTok. Like I 100% support that. But the difference between like the Bud A situation and this situation is that the Bud A situation had already played out, and people were talking about the Bud A situation as a way of saying like, here are the potential dangers. We need to do something about that. And I really do feel like this situation could have been that. I feel like it really could have. But
probably should have been.
It just like it was too soon, and it's like
All right. Okay. So, my response to this, obviously, like I said, my apologies for, I guess they're not waiting, yes, for the FBI stuff. My apologies for that. If they do respond, I'll 100% bring it out. People can ask me for that. I'm not gonna delete their email or something if people are going to think that. If there's a way for me to prove that I won't delete their email or stuff, I'll show it. I'll show my email. I think that people should have to believe me on my word as well when I say that. But yes, we could have waited for that. On top of that, the thing with Mega, I wasn't fully informed about that, and probably could have made it. Hold on. Okay, and probably could have done that better as well. Yes, 100%. I do think that something needs to happen about Instagram, and I think they're discussing this, bringing out the bad points about how I brought this to light is a good thing, and bringing out the things that are actually important and actually should be talked about is really important as well. I'll take responsibility for things. Just like Colossus just said, I think they rushed into it and were not equipped to deal with it. Yes, I think that that's a good way to put it out there. But again, I think it's really important to talk about Instagram and what they're doing over it. On top of that, what else is there? I read a couple of comments. These are from my own comments. Since the only thing that I can do is now help the problem. I read a couple of comments from people, from teachers as well, saying that they appreciate this being brought to light and that I could make a PSA or something like that. I can do stuff like that to help. If there's something in that I can help with to make this any better, I'll be fully open to that. And if any people have any suggestions, then I'll be fully open to that. It's good to bring this to light.
Yeah, and it's good to bring it to light, but I mean, this has been brought up so many times. I'm basically repeating points at this time, but you basically gave the pedophiles an opportunity to like retreat into their shells, and like you might not have completely fucked over the situation, but you've definitely like at this point made it extreme, like much harder to like catch the pedophiles in the act, if it will, because it's like it's a very complex situation, but. That's pretty much all I had to say. I'm gonna leave you, you lads, to what you're doing.
Appreciate the talk, man.
Appreciate coming on, Slacker.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Good hearing
Yes,
from you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Also, for the thing, oh, well, you know what? Never mind. It's not that. It's not important. Anyway, see you later.
All right, take care. All right, this is a DM. I assume this is a DM or not. From Boblox saying, "I stand by everything I said." It says today, 11:35. I don't know the context of this DM. Can you
Yeah, it's
explain
in a
this?
Tommy C DM.
That's a DM you sent Tommy C.
I stand by everything I said in my argument with Tommy C on Twitter.
Okay, you're saying that on the air right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. I'd have to look back at exactly what I said now, like new opinions and information that has come in. But when I sent that message, yes.
All right. I just wanted to say that.
But yeah. Also, Twoon, I'm sorry for I guess
That's all right, man.
trying-
That's all
yeah,
right. Don't worry about it.
That's not my intention. I just sorry.
Okay, so public statement to people in the chat. Thank you for bringing new things to light. I think that's good. Like I said just a second ago. Yeah, and everything else that I've stated before, basically. I think that's really important to talk about.
Okay. Now,
if you do decide to make a video on this topic, again, like I've said, you don't need to credit anyone. Pretty sure that everyone agrees on that.
Yo,
I think it's important
so-
to talk about it, though.
Yeah.
Quick question. So,
It's about solving the
do
issue
you do you like regret doing this story or not?
I regret not waiting with it. I regret the fact that I still think that things are. Let me put it like this: I still think that things are being cached. I still think that if something gets deleted, it's being cached. I generally don't think that the investigation has been ruined that much. But for the things that have been ruined, and I don't know the size of that, obviously I will take responsibility for that size. But if for the things that have been ruined, my apologies for that. Obviously, pretty sure that everybody agrees that. So regret that. Obviously, I do not regret bringing out the Instagram thing. Of course, that's separated from the other issues. Just in general,
Yeah,
the Instagram
yeah,
thing,
obviously.
bring it up. I don't regret that.
Okay. Yeah, Veggie asked me a question a while back in the chat that I want to answer, and he said, I believe this is directed at me. I don't know if it's directed at me, but he asked me, and I'll answer it. If you were involved in the situation, or like, how would you change your involvement in a situation? And me personally, well, I wasn't really involved in anything at all until last night, and the only thing I was really involved in last night was
that's true.
I saw Twoon's video before it was up, and I gave the go-ahead. I said, yeah, I mean, I watched it, and it looked reasonable to me. I was presented a video that talked about how Instagram was ignoring pedophiles on the site, and the video looked reasonable to me, and so I said, yeah, of course, post it.
Yeah, same here.
I mean, how
Same
could you
here.
not? I mean, what argument would I have at the time? Now, context-wise, I think we can all agree, looking back on it, there are definitely a lot of different things that could have happened.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I thought the video was good. It was just we should have released it later. And I also take responsibility. I take full responsibility for that too, because I was looking over this whole situation. And obviously, if I knew all of this, I would have spoken up. I didn't at the time. That's my bad, 100% my bad as well, because I was helping Twoon through this. So yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like, you know.
So moving into the future, I think that's something important as well.
Right. I just want to clarify before you say that. Twoon, Boblack, Scully, everyone involved, as far as I've seen, are good, genuine people. They had their heart in the right place. However, this situation is one of those cases where emotion overtakes logic, and basically, like, you know, people aren't, you know, thinking straight. They want to put an end to this, because nobody, you know, obviously, you know, it goes without saying, nobody likes pedophilia. And so when you stumble across a case like this, how could you not want to do anything but try your best attempt to stop this? So I will say, like, a lot of people are saying Twoon did this for views, for clout, or anything. I strongly disagree. I mean, you can argue that narrative all
We
day you
stayed up
want.
for nights. We even have proof of that. We stayed up for nights that we did not have to stay up for.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue the narrative that this is all for clicks all you want. I'm just simply not going to believe it. I mean, hearts were in the right place.
Easier topics to cover.
not
We
the
could have
best-
ignored it. Went on to like.
This is
other
for doing something good, you know, to the community, and you know, like spreading out that, you know, there's those type of things, you know, and you did it with a good intention, but it just backfired.
Yeah. Now,
yeah,
Toon,
and we apologize for that.
Yeah. Now, Twoon,
Um,
are you going
like-
to keep the video up? What's the plans for the future right there?
I think it's important to discuss that with the entire community. I think that other creators and people in the chat, by the way, I think that it's important to talk about that. What is the good way to get it, to go at this for the future, and what is the plan? Since it has been released now, so I think it's also important to just talk about Instagram. I think it's important to keep that conversation going. Except for that, what is the plan? What does the community think is good to do? Is it good to take down the video?
Well, judging by the reaction tonight from the callers in the chat, I'd say a large majority of people are probably going to say take down the video.
I would disagree, because I think the issue with the video was that when it released, and it started with the Warski stream, but it would have happened regardless because you wanted to
talk about this first. I personally think the entire community needs to talk about this first.
Okay, but I feel like the issue with the video was that it was released too early, and then the pedophiles got away. I think the message in the video was genuinely good. You could have left maybe the mega folder didn't need to be mentioned, but besides that, like, I felt like the video had a good message. Yeah, Colossal said it. This is something we should have dedicated weeks and months to, not days.
Honestly, yes, but at the same time, we didn't we should have waited for a response of the FBI. However, this is why I do think that the FBI needs to say something, because if nobody hears anything back, it's kind of like you're kind of stuck with hey, what happened to this or what happened to that, and people will repeat. For example, they will send another message to the FBI or something asking for the same thing. If the FBI doesn't respond, I'm pretty sure that they do respond if something happens, and I'm pretty sure that they do respond fast enough. But
yeah, but you have to have in mind the FBI. They receive a lot of messages, if they actually respond,
nobody.
I don't know if it's gonna take long, but it's I don't know, man.
Jeff says take the
For
Colossus
me,
crazy approach. Release 2021.
Hold on, people are saying, is it the FBI's fault? No, that's not what I said. I said that there's room for improvement over that side, and I think it's important to talk about that. Nowhere was the FBI at 100% fault in this. Obviously, like I said before, I was at fault for not waiting, but it would help if there was a response. That is what I said. People change the narrative. On top of that, fucking hell, can somebody add something? Because I'm running out of things to say.
Yeah, I would just say that, good intentions were made, but this whole situation wasn't looked at critically enough. There wasn't enough time spent, and I think given a few weeks, I think people would have, everyone who was working on this case would have realized, once emotions begin to die down, that hey, logically, is this a good idea to make the video or not?
Logically, right now, I've made my statement about that. I think that we should have waited. Yes, like I said, I think that we should have waited, and then eventually, I think it would have been a really good thing to talk about. But yeah, we should have waited.
Yeah,
like
give them more than a week to. For sure.
All right. Well, with that being said, is there anything else more to be said? Should we end the stream here?
What else is there to say? Like I said, yeah.
I mean, the purpose of the
Keep the
stream
guys-
was to provide complete context, be open, be honest, and just have a conversation about this, because I think that was majorly needed here. There's so many sides that had no clue what was going on, and I think we accomplished that. And
yeah, I think it's good as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I Toon. I mean, look, you came on here for what 3 hours now. I greatly appreciate that, man. I mean, it's great that we have a commentator, unlike a lot of other commentators, who's actually willing to have a direct conversation with people who some of them outright hate your guts, some of them have genuine concerns, but regardless, you had a conversation with anyone who's put in the call here, and I greatly appreciate that, my man.
Somebody just mentioned for future reference, ignore, report, move on. I think wait, no, report, wait, and then talk about it or move on would be the better way to go at it. Since this is not just a small thing. I think that people don't realize that. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people haven't even seen the video yet. It's a really big thing.
Yeah, you guys should watch the video that Twoon made.
It is still really important.
Yeah, it's just the wrong time, but not the wrong video, but the wrong time.
Augie, can you bring Maverick in here?
All right, we'll end the show off with him. Maverick, you're on the air.
Hey, wait. Let me just mute it. Right, so may I start?
Yeah, of course.
All right, cool. So the main thing that I see with it, like it, there's investigations from the FBI. Might take longer, might take shorter. Personally, I think it will take. There's amazing things you can do with the internet. You can take links. You can track people's IPs through a single click of a button. Well, with the technology the FBI has, anyway. This, that, and the other. The investigation, I think, would have been quicker because it's on the internet. One sec. I'm tired as balls. Give me a sec to explain a bit better.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is that the FBI and the GCHQ and all these people running in contangent with each other to investigate these sort of things, it's on the internet. It's online. You can do things very quickly, and in actual fact, it's a lot quicker to do some sort of investigation online. Like people saying, it takes forever to do an investigation. Well, this isn't like DNA swabbing taken to the lab. This is single clicks of a button, looking at a screen, looking through passageways, looking through links, looking through bad things, good things, and people who. I think people who are saying you should have waited, when in theory it should have been done pretty fast as soon as it was reported, because the FBI can look at these things in click of a button, literally.
That's what I was thinking at first.
Yeah, that's what we were.
I still think that. Yeah,
and
I still think-
I think it's right for Toon to do Toon and the others to do what he did and look into it, because. Well, what if he didn't look into it and say, Instagram's just this? It's without the evidence. If he did that without the evidence, he would just be called a news thrower and he's trying to stir stuff, So I think looking into it a bit, it's a big wobbly line, really, that you're dancing on legally. But at the end of the day, doesn't people have the right to put it forward? And if people aren't looking at it through the proper authorities, then what about the people who these authorities are supposed to be protecting and leading? Show this to those people. Because as I'm obviously not a citizen of the US, but I'd expect the people like the SAS and MI5 and GCSE.
How do you know the investigation wasn't taking place though?
Because they don't have an obligation to respond if it started taking place. That's the thing.
We won't know that it never took place, but you see these people talking about the honeypot situation and whatnot. I'm sitting here thinking there's much easier and efficient ways to catch people online than a honeypot. Yeah, that was just a couple, 5 years ago. There's technology grows. It's not constantly going to be the honeypot thing. There's always going to be growing technologies and whatnot.
The thing. How long does a honeypot usually go on for? Because we know that there was folders in there. It showed in Twoon's video dating back to January 19th. So, if it was a honeypot, it's been a honeypot going on for almost 2 months.
And also, if it was a this is a federal agency. Why would they be having images of children publicly. They are literally breaking their own law, which, you know, I know for a fact Congress will eat their ass straight away. Like, I know.
Okay.
If it was, you know, a honeypot or whatnot, it was conducted in, you know, it was literally conducted illegally. If it was a honeypot.
I mean, it's supposed to look illegal if it's a honeypot.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be illegal if it's a honeypot.
No, but they're not actually allowed to dive into, you know, be illegal.
I'm not sure on that. I can't comment. It could be a
It-
honeypot.
alright,
It could not
so
be a
say-
honeypot.
say-
But
say
at the end of the
this.
day, gave the
Say-
feds more time to respond to our tips. More than 5 days. Which
Anything
is
else
how
you have to say on the air, Maverick?
There's just like a lot of people who come here, you know, against Toon. You know, a lot of them actually said, "Oh, they only saw the stream." What was the guy's name who got the information? And Nick, isn't it?
Nick Diorio?
Nick, that's it. I think everything, you know, was as everyone says, everything was very rushed because of Nick, and people aren't taking into account that. I think Toon put his video up because Nick, you know, it bollocked everything up. And
he's talking about Andy. He's talking about Andy.
Andy, that's it. Sorry, Andy.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I can't believe you've done this. Why are you? I'm prosecuting other people. God damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Even if our intentions were to release the video, after it was all solved, Andy ruined it with his stream. Yes.
And this is like, because I think that rushed sort of thing, and Andy going on his own limb and bollocking everything up. I think to get Toon's point out, because there was a lot of things said with loose ends, to get Toon's point out and to, you know, what I see from it, to try and to try and, you know, settle things out. Toon not only put this information out on his channel, but to also, you know, kind of put not it didn't work perfectly, to put like a bandage on the big ass wound that what's his name again? I keep on forgetting.
Andy Warski.
Andy, that's it. Andy, the big ass wound Andy put on the front of this operation, you know.
Yeah. All right, Maverick. I
And
appreciate you have wrap it up.
No, I'm done.
You're
I'm
done? All right.
I went.
Take
I'm
care.
too tired.
Thanks, man. Take care.
Well, you gotta give him some props there for trying.
Again, people about the Andy. I got Indigo involved, and it's either some of that. It's either her.
You got
or
Indigo
somebody
involved, and
else.
Indigo.
No, I was in the
And-
call when they suggested Andy Warski. Indigo was like, should we bring Andy on this? And we're like, sure.
Because none of you knew what that type of stream Andy was gonna do on this.
No, that's the worst part. And they didn't even inform me. They didn't even send me a direct message or something like that. He was just streaming. It's pretty funny. He just tried to throw Andy under the bus. No, we didn't try to throw Andy under the bus. He himself did that.
Yeah.
No one told him to do this. He himself did that. And I don't want to throw Andy under the bus.
All right.
Okay, we
that's
should end the
that's
stream.
gonna conclude it for tonight. Thank you guys
Yeah,
so
we
much for tuning
can
in.
end it here.
Everything's been said.
Yeah, everything's been said. I think a conversation was important to have, and I think lessons were learned by everyone here. This
Exactly,
weekend
yeah.
I'm going to be taking the weekend off, as take all weekends off. But I'll be back on Monday, and we'll be talking about hopefully a more lighthearted story, but who knows. Scrubby donated $25. Andy Warski smells like beans and feminism. Actually, that does remind me. Before I go, I should read out the super chats. Let me go ahead and log into my thing real quick and read them out. For tonight, we had $1 from Highest Kayak. I used to fuck guys like Augie back in prison. We have $5 from Progress. A video should never have been even considered with something that is actually illegal going on. That should have been left to police, and then a video could come out after the investigation was completed. $5 from Diorio. Make sure I'm in the kill cam, and $25 from Scrubby. Thank you guys so much for the stream, and I'm wiped out.
Guys.
Conversation need to happen, and I like I said, thank you so much, Twoon, for coming on and really just being open to conversation. It's something not a lot of commentators in the scene currently are open to do, but you did it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thanks.
I
bro.
appreciate everybody who's actually given an opinion about this and actually given some good insights.
We all have the same intentions at the end of the day, so just mistakes were made. Yeah.
Mistakes were made. They're not sending their best. That's how I'll end the stream off. Thank you guys so much, and take care.